unless you call us.
TL George Equipment Rental, located at 605 Gavilan Canyon Road in Ruidoso, offering dirt work from dump truck to backhoe services and tool rentals of all kinds. Call 575-258-8643 for TL George Equipment Rental.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good April run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves and light yearlings, stock cows, and breeding bulls. We expect to sell 1,650 head. Break it down like this: 125, 150 weighing cows and bulls, 100, 125 pairs bred cows, 28 breeding bulls, 1,350 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 28 breeding bulls from the Sunfin Cattle Company, Lamar, Colorado. X-quality coming 2-year-old bulls, trick fertility tested to consist of 11 black Angus, 9 red Angus, 3 limb flex, 3 Sim Angus, and 2 Charolais bulls. Nice quality set of bulls. These bulls sell at 1 p.m. 40 bred cows, Walking G Cattle Company, Las Vegas, New Mexico. X-quality black Angus cows, bred to black and red Angus bulls. It is a herd dispersal. 20 cows 2 to 6 years old, 20 cows 8 to 10 years old. Nice one brand set of cows. 150 calves, 4K and Backward 7L Cattle Company, right here at Roswell. X-quality black white face Angus cross calves, cattle weighing 120 plus days, 3 rounds of shots, thin to medium condition, 400, 600 pounds. 320 calves and light yearlings, 2T partnership, Pecos, Texas. Reputation quality, 95% black white face Angus cross, cattle weighing 120 plus days, 3 rounds of shots. PI tested negative right off short wheat. Steers weigh 650 to 850. Heifers 475, 6 1/4. 51 steer yearlings, Randy Smith, Hobbs, New Mexico. X-quality black white face Angus cross yearlings, weaned 120 plus days. 2 rounds of shots off short wheat, 550, 700 pounds. 66 calves, Kincaid Brothers, Pinon, New Mexico. X-quality black white face Brangus cross calves, cattle weaned 30 days. 2 rounds of shots, 450, 650 pounds. 60 calves, Guadalupe Mountain Farm, Sierra Blanca, Texas. Excellent quality black white face, red white face English cross calves, 400, 600 pounds. 36 yearlings, Nathaniel Inge, Balmorhea, Texas. Excellent quality black white face yearlings, 650, 800 pounds. Sale time this morning, 9 o'clock. Sell pairs bred cows 10. Sell the calves and yearlings about 10:30 to 10:45. We will sell the breeding bulls at 1 o'clock and then finish back up on calves and yearlings. Next week's sale will be on Tuesday in observance of Easter Sunday, and we expect to sell 1,650 head here today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial units for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating.
The Dexter Livestock Commission is accepting all classes of beef cows, bulls, calves, and yearlings. Cattle received Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with sales Tuesday at 11 a.m. Plus, Dexter Livestock Commission has no fee charges for cattle received on the day of the sale. Dexter Livestock Commission charges 3% commission, or $21 per head for low lots of 40,000 or more. Located next to DBS Commodities, 274 East Darby Road, between Roswell and Dexter. 575-624-COWS. 624-COWS. DexterLivestockCommission.com.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
All right, good morning. The Southeast Plains of New Mexico is temperatures in Carlsbad, Artesia at 87 degrees and areas of blowing dust. Alamogordo on this Monday at 84 degrees with blowing dust as well. And Roswell with blowing dust, 87 degrees. Now, Roswell temperatures drop to 71 degrees tomorrow. Still a bit of dust in the air. The same could be said for Carlsbad, Artesia with some blowing dust and 74 degrees. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet. Online at carlsbadchevrolet.com. Text line at 877-396-W105. Brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Online at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook video feed brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Forget April Fool's Day. It's National Fun Day.
That's today.
Monday?
Monday.
Monday.
Yes, Monday.
Just another manic Monday.
The first Monday of April is National Fun Day.
Fun day.
I'm just trying to have a fun day. That's my fun day.
Fun day, guys.
Fun day.
Oh, a fun day.
Good luck with that.
Showtime.
It's just another
And good morning to you. It is going to be another Mad Tink Monday. Oh, my goodness. I am going crazy this morning trying to get on the air. But and right before I went on the air, my phone attachment so I can stream broke off in my hand.
Uh-oh.
But backup was there. There's the deal that broke off. Not good. Yeah. We'll rig it up. I had it rigged up with a radiator clamp. So I'll get it. I'll get it going again. Not a problem. Not a problem. I am no Tom A.
What do you mean? I could have Southern engineered that.
Doubt very seriously. You ain't got no Southern than you except south of the border.
I'm Texas.
Yeah, and you don't know how to do crap.
Are you saying that us Texans are not?
No, I'm not saying that about Texans. I'm saying that about you.
Well,
I don't know how to do anything. Can the mayor come over? Can I get the new mayor to come over?
I haven't asked.
Where's Bernie? Somebody help me. American Circus Day going on today. Also, Rainbow Day. Find a Rainbow Day. Fishing, Fingers, and Custard Day.
Ooh.
Whatever that is. Free Cone Day. Holy Monday. Of course, it was Friday, and Sunday was Palm Sunday. Holy Week approaches. And National Don't Go to Work unless it's a fun day today. National Pony Express Day, Sweet Tater Day, and World Party Day. Yeah, my wife was like, "You have work for Holy Week?" Yeah. Everybody here is off of work. Yeah, I'm sorry. We work. We don't look for a day to take off. We work. Some companies will let folks off on Friday, which is Good Friday, but by the way, we'll be working. We will. So, 6:09, Tom A.
good morning. And let's. Good morning, guys. Let's see
what. Wait. I was showing you on the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
I was showing you on the camera.
You see my? I trim my beard and everything.
I can't see you on the camera.
I'm sitting down.
But I was sporting the LSU wear after the women win the
Did you see
national
that game,
championship. Let me just start with little Angel Reese, not related to Tom Reese. The Bayou Barbie. So it's okay when the white girl does "You Can't See Me," right? That's okay. That's okay when she does it. But God forbid that the little black girl does it, right? I'm going to tell you right now, I am bordering on saying this is racial. I am, and I've never done that in my life, but it's okay for the girl from Iowa to do it. She's the best player in college basketball on the women's side. No doubt.
She was.
No doubt. But she does the same thing, and everybody applauds her passion for the game. And then the Reese girl does it, and they, and the whole put the ring on it. I can't count how many people have done that.
But those athletes do that all the time, B.
Well, here's the deal. And from Louisiana, we're taught from very young. You talk crap, you get talked back. And Caitlin talked serious crap before this game and pretty much every game before this with the whole, yeah. So now I'm not saying she's not humble. She's an awesome player and an awesome person.
Well, she got humbled last night.
So, no, she scored 30 points. LSU's bench was better. But the whole idea of one player does it and then the next player does it, and now, oh, my God, it's unsportsmanlike.
So you think that's racial? You said it might be on the verge of racism.
Well, why is it okay for the little white girl to do it and not the black girl?
But then again, you got to consider where this everybody's opinion is coming from.
So I'll ask it again. Why is it okay for her to do it, and then the black girl does it, and it's totally different? I'm just asking a question. Oh, that's unsportsmanlike. Well, it wasn't unsportsmanlike last week.
Right.
When they beat the pants off of, who was it, Louisville? No, it wasn't unsportsmanlike then. In fact, you applauded her passion for the game. Now totally different.
This Reese girl came over with Coach when she left Baylor to come to LSU. Is that right? On the portal?
I don't think she did.
But she played with her in Baylor, right? And then she came over.
I don't think she did. I could be wrong about
that. I tell you what, they look bad on the floor, man. I'm telling you, they took it to Iowa yesterday.
So anyway, I'm gonna get on with that. But I see a lot of people on social media talking crap about this young lady. I'm like, well, it was okay when the other girl did it. I don't understand. Maybe somebody can explain it.
So there's
when LSU won the national championship in 19, they did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow did the same thing, put the ring on it.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? I like players that bring passion. I like players that talk crap.
Well, there's one text is asking, what about the LSU not coming out for the national anthem?
I don't know anything about that. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch the game. I did not watch the game, and I don't know if that's true. That's the first I've heard.
Yeah. Just the texter making that comment this morning.
And most of the time in college basketball, do they actually show the national anthem?
Hardly.
I know in football they hardly do.
Hardly.
Almost never.
So that took me by surprise, the comment, because I've never seen that. I've never seen him come out for the national anthem.
So Kim Mulkey, I don't think would put up with that. I could be wrong. This is the woman that has taken a lot of heat because of Brittany Griner, because she won't bow down to Brittany Griner. So I'm doubting that. All right, looks like Hunter Biden back in the Big Apple for his newest artwork that will be featured in New York alongside some of the best artists, world-renowned artists, and then you got Hunter Biden. Yeah, very famous artists, and then you got the con artist. Yeah. Bridging the Abstract is the name of the show. Can't wait for that. Hunter, I'm sure, will be bridging a lot of things. Yeah, no doubt. Former Governor Asa Hutchinson from Arkansas, formally declared as a 2024 presidential candidate. No wonder he's been talking crap about Trump. Asa, come on, bro. You have zero chance. You and Nikki Haley can go out on a date or something.
Another wannabe. I saw that come yesterday. I thought, what?
I mean, there's no way Asa Hutchinson. Come on. No way. Hugh Grant said if there was that if he was able to do more movies, he would love to do more movies. He hasn't been in the movie in quite some time.
So why has he been banned or what?
So
blackballed?
Just I don't know if he's blackballed. I don't know why he'd be blackballed. And Giselle has moved on. Now we're hearing Tom Brady. Oh my God! Is dating Reese Witherspoon?
Really? Academy Award winning Reese Witherspoon?
I don't know. She's an Academy Award winner. I have no idea.
Wow, for real.
So you're going from the frying pan right into the cooker. Just saying. All right, Ted Cruz over the weekend. The tweet of the day this morning being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. They raced this past Saturday. I'll get you more information later in the show about upcoming races. If you need more information, get in touch with Jamal, 575-631-5099. Follow them on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I went on their Facebook account. Looks like they had a great time over the weekend at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. We're going to check the weather coming up after the tweet of the day. But Ted Cruz, he nailed it. And I didn't know this. After the Uvalde shooting, he came out with legislation that would be one of the most comprehensive plans to protect our kids in school. And guess what? Not one Democrat voted for it. Here's Ted Cruz talking about that.
Instead, they want another gun control bill to disarm law-abiding citizens that won't actually stop the murders, that won't actually protect our kids. In September of last year, I introduced legislation that would be the most far-reaching school safety legislation ever enacted. It would double the number of police officers on campuses, devoting $15 billion to putting armed police officers on campus to protect our kids, the single most important step we can do.
Wow.
It would also devote $10 billion for mental health professionals on campus. It also devotes $2.56 billion for physical security at schools to help enhance the security at schools. When my amendment was voted on the Senate floor, I'm sorry to say every single Democrat in this chamber voted no. All of them, every one.
Wow. So Ted Cruz comes up with an answer, and not one Democrat voted for the bill. Not one. Not one single person on the Democratic side. And this is a bill that actually would save lives. So what they ought to do is just admit it. You're not about saving lives. You're about gun control. I want you just to admit it. That's what you're about. You're not about saving lives. Because putting armed officers in every school, putting barriers and mental health counselors in every school, that would save lives. And what have you guys done besides blame the Republicans for not banning guns? What have you done? Absolutely nothing. Not a thing. Pretty sad, too. All right, 619 p.m. The Breakfast Club. Price of oil coming up in a second. Dungeons, Dragons, and the Honor Among Thieves raked in $38.5 million. John Wick dipped down to 28, coming only 1 week at number one. That's it. Number 3, His Only Son, debuted at 5.5, and Scream, a gazillion, $5.3 million. Creed 3 capped in at $5 million. But
Wow.
I was surprised to see that John Wick wasn't number one. Washington Post this morning reported that newly gathered evidence strengthens the case of obstruction of justice in a criminal investigation against Donald Trump. Now, this is a federal case that is being looked at by a state or city, New York City district attorney. So FBI and the Justice Department passed on most of this, said there wasn't enough there.
That's right.
And now you got a guy that is overreaching what he's supposed to be doing with all the murders and rapes that are going on in New York, no. Donald Trump is the most important because that's what I ran on. And George Soros gave me over $1 million to do what I'm doing. So congratulations on that one. All right, 621. We're going to check the weather. Then we'll come back with text. We got things that happened on this date in history coming up later. Thought for the day and more. I got Chris Christie. Man,
what's he doing?
This guy. So I'll get to that coming up in a second. 621. Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners. Family owned and operated. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes. 17 pounds, $16.99. They could dry clean your clothes. They could start you up, keep you looking good. They're near you. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now in Jow. It's allamericancleaners.net for more information. Another windy day, but batten down the hatches. Tomorrow is going to be nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, blowing dust this afternoon. 35-mile-an-hour winds, high 86. 25 mile-an-hour winds. Could gust up to 35-mile-an-hour winds coming up tonight. Overnight low 52. And then tomorrow, 65-mile-an-hour winds, high 75. Very strong, damaging winds coming up tomorrow with 65-mile-an-hour winds. And that's not going away until maybe Thursday. We might not have any wind. 65-mile-an-hour winds. Check out the weather this morning being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful Mayhill, New Mexico. Scott and Jamie Miller, they're anxious to show you around. They've added cozy cabins. They're adding additional cozy cabins right now. Glamping tents, also the RV hookups, and more. Great place to go for a weekend, for a whole week. A place to park your RV while you hunt. And don't forget, big event coming up, second annual, the fundraising banquet for the National Wild Turkey Federation, Saturday, April 29th. Scott's number for more information, 575-513-1130, or go to events.nwtf.org for more information. Text line, thought for the day up next.
Hey, 505 Liberals asking, B, what was the overall vote on the gun control? He's asking.
Not one single Republican Democrat voted for it. I don't know what the final vote was. You go look it up because I ain't got time. But the most important thing here is not one Democrat voted against protecting the kids. You guys suck.
All right. And when
all you do, you have this passion about gun control, but it's really about saving lives. And if you save children's lives, at the end of the day, that should be enough. But no, all you want to do is take people's guns away. Law-abiding citizens. That's what you want to do.
Text says, when it comes to art, you can always trust a Biden. They always got.
You can always, trust a crackhead.
That's what he said. They always got the best lines, says the text. And another texter says, if B didn't like LSU, would he have a different opinion? And think?
No, I would have the same opinion.
Yeah. And it goes on to say, and think people who thought it was racist were wrong. Laugh out loud.
Well, please tell me how the two should be separated. Because last week, people were applauding Caitlin's passion for the game when she did it. So please tell me how it's okay for one team and one young lady, but the other team does it, and it's totally wrong. I'll wait.
And this particular text says LSU was not on the court for the national anthem. Goes on to say they are a piece of crap.
I did not watch the game. I will find out because I know people that watch the game.
Mm-hmm. They kicked the butt out of Iowa.
And so, wait, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
A lot of teams don't come out for the national anthem because they're doing things. So most of the time, college, nobody comes out for the national anthem. Not either team. So I don't know. I didn't watch the game. It was at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had a hangover. No, I didn't watch the game. But I'll find out. I'll ask my sons because I know they did.
Good morning, guys. It's never been about this is John, by the way. It's never been about the safety of the children. They made it,
of course not.
They made it very clear about how they feel about children with their stance on abortion. Always been about the guns. The left is coming for the rights. John from Eunice this morning.
I'm trying to, never mind. I get one damn text. I was trying to look up.
I'm sorry, that was fine. I'll get some more if you're looking up. Another texter says, you know what? I watched no LSU. Okay, apparently they are not a fan of LSU.
Well, that's fine. You're probably an Oklahoma fan or a Texas fan. Can't wait to have you in the SEC.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, B, what kind of festivities do they have going on for Holy Week up there? By the way, thanks for sharing, too, says the text. Don't know where you're from.
Holy Week is like, I mean, there have been people dressed as the apostles that go door to door and collect money. There have been parades. There have been all kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So we did make it to church yesterday and got our palms but it was late. It was late in the day. So. And I'm still typing.
No, you're
I'm still typing. You stopped me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, Texas says, what about Will?
Will said he'd be in a little bit.
Okay.
That's what he said.
There you go.
So I do see one story where it says CBS will react to LSU's national anthem. Controversy playing the national anthem when the national band Iowa was on the court. LSU was nowhere to be found. Wasn't out. Clear why. So it doesn't say why. And look, Mulkey is a no-nonsense coach. I doubt very seriously if that was intentional.
You're right. She's down from the Bayou. Isn't she a Louisianian?
Yeah, I doubt very seriously she would do that. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And she's a no-nonsense. You want to play to her, you play. You listen to her. So I'll find out for sure. All right, 628. Looks like New Mexico Supreme Court blocks local abortion ordinances. So the Supreme Court blocked the local anti-abortion ordinances on Friday, pending the outcome of the case centered on the constitutional rights of equal protection and due process. Ruling granted a request by the Democrat State Attorney General Raul Torres and the fellow state recently adopted, of course, the bill that was signed into law by Michelle Lujan Grisham. State also has one of the most liberal abortion access laws, and now counties and municipalities will not be able to ban abortions in their cities or in their counties. Pretty sad. Really sad. All right, 629. Looks like New Mexico court vacates the conviction. This really burns my britches. Remember, what was her name? Diana Duran? No, I'm sorry. Padilla. Remember Padilla got caught embezzling?
Yes.
She's the ex-tax chief. So New Mexico Court of Appeals vacated on Friday 2 felony convictions of embezzlement against a former Secretary of State, Taxation and Revenue Department, because of a year-long prosecution extended beyond the statute of limitations. Oh, wait, statute of limitations work here. But in Trump's case, statute of limitations don't work, evidently. Court ordered in a 2-1 split decision that Padilla, the charges with embezzlement and tax access with the intent to defraud and embezzlement, both those charges will go away. So, Tom, she would correct me if I'm wrong. She was using that money, state money. She embezzled the money from the state, and she was using that money for gambling purposes.
It was
correct.
It definitely was.
So she was actually, people were paying their taxes, and she was moving the money around to her account, if I have the story right, so that she could go and gamble. She spent no time in jail.
Nope.
In fact, went home under house arrest and had to stay out of casinos because that's what she was doing. She was going straight to the casinos. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable. Boom or bust, they are there for you. West Texas, Southeast New Mexico, they deliver to you on-road or off-road, DEF value, also gas, diesel, interstate batteries. Follow them on Facebook or go to wakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day this morning, and memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought is, I don't want to be a millionaire. I just want enough money to be able to stare off in a distance while I'm pumping gas. By the way, get ready for the price of gas going up. Yesterday, OPEC cut drilling. I think it was 2 million barrels.
Wow.
So, and they're doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose to raise the price again. And you know who really is going to suffer? Americans. Because our president does not have the wherewithal to go, okay, you'll cut production 2 million. I'll increase production 2 million barrels a day. He does not have the wherewithal, and Deb Haaland does not have the wherewithal to make that happen. So congratulations. Text line, and then we're going to get to the price of oil, Tom.
All right, so Jethro was asking this morning, whatever happened to the lady that threw her baby in the dumpster and Brian Berry? Well, here's the latest. That trial now is expected to start on April the 11th here in Lee County, and the defense is trying to throw out the doctor who examined her psychologically, throw out her testimony. So that's what's happening in that situation.
Well, and they wanted to move the venue, and the judge came and said no change of venue.
Yeah, Judge Schubert said, "Oh, sorry,
no,
I have it here."
It's not going to happen. Yeah. All right, Chris Christie. I don't like Chris Christie. Never have. You know, he's one of those guys that reminds me of a Democrat. Remember when he shut down the beaches, and then him and his family went to the beaches? That's a Democratic thing. It really is. He looked like a beach whale on the beach.
On the other hand, all this bravado from the Trump camp is baloney. He's going to be charged officially on Tuesday. He's going to have to be mugshotted, fingerprinted, and he's going to face a criminal trial in Manhattan. And he's not going to be able to avoid it. You can't make that a good day under any circumstances.
There has been well, and I don't know if you can get a fair trial in Manhattan. In fact, I know you can't get a fair trial in Manhattan. Best thing that they could do is move that to some other part that's maybe 50% Democrat, because Manhattan's what, like 80% Democrat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At least 80%. And Donna Brazile. You remember Donna Brazile?
Mm-hmm.
She was the former DNC chairman, went to work on Fox.
Right.
Over the weekend, she was on ABC.
Really?
And maybe she's not working for Fox anymore. I would applaud that. But she's talking about Trump, and she did say she would like to wait until the indictments come down. So here's what she had to say about Donald Trump.
The bottom line is, if someone is charged with armed robbery and murder, you basically want to make sure that this person is able to be brought to justice. What Republicans are saying is that if there are more serious charges, so let him get away with this one so that we can focus on the other ones.
No, that's not what we're saying. But you got people that have gotten off on murder charges because your DA is too busy worrying about a case that's 7 years old that is not really falling under his jurisdiction. But, yeah, go ahead, keep it up. Yeah, get her done. Get her done. Joe Biden lost over the weekend. I'll talk about that. But first, Carrie Jean-Pierre. She's very, very busy talking about trans rights. Now, I wonder what kind of rights have been violated for transsexuals. You had a transsexual woman that went into a school and killed 6 people. Now, how are their rights being serious? I want to know. How are their rights being taken away from them? I don't believe they are. I really don't believe they are. Trans rights. And did you see the people that busted into Kentucky and Tennessee? Where are those arrests? Where are those arrests? Handle that like January 6th. Where are those arrests? And throughout the world, transgenders have beat up reporters this past weekend. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you punch me and you're dressed up like a woman, that does not give you a pass. Did you see the case, I think it was in Australia, when this transgender guy punched this reporter in the throat? That does not give you a pass because you're a dude dressed as a woman. It doesn't. But I still want to know what trans rights are being trampled on.
That we saw during the midterm elections is that people don't want their freedoms to be taken. They want us to fight for their freedoms. And so it is shameful, it is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now. But
how are they under attack? What rights have been trampled on? Serious. Oh, not giving puberty blockers and cutting little boys' penises off? Well, God bless us for that. And our rights are being trampled on every day. Our rights to privacy, our rights to freedom of speech. Did you see the FBI arrested a guy who was on TikTok for posting stuff up? Arrested. I'll get to that story coming up. Debt ceiling. So the Republicans are digging in, saying they will not cave to Joe Biden. There might be a government shutdown. I'm just giving you the forewarning that all of a sudden, if government assistance stops, that would include Social Security. Just give you a... Yeah. So she says that Republicans just need to go along. Just go along and get along. How about that?
Hey, we're talking about the full credit. Wait, let me answer. I heard your question. We are talking about the full credit of this nation, which is why we believe that Congress should not hold this up. It should be done without conditions. There should be no negotiations.
Joe Biden, no negotiations. Just get her done, right? Joe Biden has not met with one single Republican. Not one. After saying that there had to be meetings on this. So, yeah, just go along and get along, right? Yeah, there shouldn't be any negotiations. Just follow along what Biden said. And I don't even think it's Biden saying it. Just go on the get along. Whatever. 6:39, 21 away from the hour of 7. Morning show this morning. Being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you every project begins with a solid foundation. They've got ready-mix concrete, and they give great customer service. And it doesn't matter if it's a big job or a small job. They offer unmatched customer service, lowest possible price. ChanceMaterials.com, 575-363-3240. Call them today, ChanceMaterials.com. Leslie Stahl interviewing Marjorie Taylor Greene.
It's all part of that.
She tried to make Marjorie Taylor Greene out to be a loon. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene said that the Democratic Party is filled with pedophiles.
Yes, I heard
so, yeah, here's what happens. And since when does the interviewer make fun of the person they're interviewing? This is a first.
And things she says that are over the top, like
the Democrats are a party of pedophiles.
I would definitely say so. They support grooming children.
They are not pedophiles. Why would you say that?
Democrats support, even Joe Biden, the president himself, supports children being sexualized and having transgender surgeries. Sexualizing children is what pedophiles do to children.
All of us.
Yeah. So make fun of her, and that's the way. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yep.
And Joe Biden doesn't even know where the hell he's at. Over the weekend, Biden goes to Rolling Rock, Mississippi. And he doesn't even know where am I? Where am I in Rolling Stone or am I in Rolling Rock?
Idiot.
Yeah, it was actually he was in Rolling Rock. And I can't find the cut. But trust me, he said it. I know I threw it in there, but he can't. Also, he talked about the Trump indictments, or didn't talk about the Trump indictments.
You worried this will further divide our country, the indictment?
I have no comment on that.
Mr. President.
Possible protest in the wake of the indictment?
No, I'm not going to talk about Trump's indictment.
Mr. President, you think the charges against Trump are politically motivated?
I have no comment on Trump.
No comments on Donald Trump. I have zero comments on Donald Trump. We'll let the process work out. That's what my people are doing. I'm in charge of the Justice Department, and I'm playing all this out. Well, I'm not. Obama and the cronies are in charge of that. But let them do what they need to do. Okay? And believe me, we'll figure this whole thing out. Price of Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker. Oilfield cementers currently hiring. They've got training programs. If you supervised a frac crew, Spinnaker can teach you how to be a cementing supervisor with the SSIT program. Ever run a blender in the past? Spinnaker can teach you how to run their cementing equipment and become a cement equipment operator. Class A CDL is needed and willing to work a lot of hours. You'll receive excellent salary and one of the best benefit programs in the industry. Maybe listening from out of town, need housing. That's not going to be a problem. Spinnaker is an equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $80.53 this morning, $84.90 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $2.07.
All right, Joe Manchin. Look, I will say this about Democrat Joe Manchin. He has saved the Republicans many, many times when he has voted with the Republicans. Unfortunately, recently, he voted for this Inflation Reduction Act, which he said wasn't a bad bill, but they've turned it into something that it wasn't designed to be because it's all about green energy. But here's what he had to say about Joe Biden running. He was asked if he would support Joe Biden running. He really didn't answer the question.
Would you like to see him run again or not?
Chuck, let me just tell you this. I've always said this, no matter who my president is, whether it's a Democrat or Republican, whether it's someone I voted for or not, whether it's in the same political party or not, doesn't make a difference once the people of America speak. And that's our president, and I'm going to do everything I can to help them be successful.
Yeah, he's a Democrat, never answered the question. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. 1,000 firearms in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. They've got them all. Trade in, the trade up. And ladies, if you're looking for personal protection, they have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Stop in and see them, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Zia Guns, closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. Text lines open 644.
You know, Travis from Roswell saying this morning, with the upcoming arrest of Donald Trump, that is 100% proof that we cannot trust our police, our courts, our judges, the district attorney, the justice of the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA ever again. They will say that there's still some good ones out there. Well, I don't see them, says Travis. Putting a stop to this, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. Shame on you, Democrats, and shame on all the people that are just going along with all of this, says Travis in Roswell this morning.
Get along to get along.
Yeah. And another
or get on to get along,
yeah.
Whatever the hell that means.
And B, this is to you, B, one of your haters. You're a hypocrite, man. You stop watching NFL because they don't stand for the national anthem or go out for the national anthem.
Yeah.
But you're going to defend LSU just because they're your team?
I think what I said was I'll find out the rest of the story because I do know this much. LSU's athletic director wouldn't go for that. And I do know Kim Mulkey would not go for that. So How about let's find out what happened, and then I'll make a decision. Did I watch the game? I said multiple times I didn't wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning to watch the game. I said it. I didn't watch the game.
Shorty from Lovington says, what happened to all the proof on Biden? But we're bringing up old stuff on Trump, he's asking this morning.
Biden will never be indicted. Biden will never be indicted. And I'm not saying that there isn't enough information. There are plenty of information. We are corrupt. Our Justice Department, FBI, they're all corrupt. They are as corrupt as a third world coconut republic. All of them. All of them.
And another text B is asking, did oil go up about 8%? I mean, something about OPEC said it's supposed to be over $100 a barrel really soon. Well, the price of the oil was $71.22 on Friday. This morning, it checks in at $80.53. So there may be something to that. Watch the price.
No, OPEC cut drilling 2 million barrels a day, and that has raised the price $10 a barrel overnight.
Yep. Hey, one more text me. Rock is saying, they're going to fingerprint a former president, he asks. Laugh out loud. That's Rocket this morning.
This DEA has let rapists out that went on to rape and murder another person. George Soros. That's all I have to say. 2 names, George Soros. You don't give $1 million to a DA campaign. I don't care if it is in New York City. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at WWRV. WWRV, you can go to the website WWRV3.com or 988-0392. New to the area, and you are looking for a place to park your RV, they're in Carlsbad. They have 3 RV parks, 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. Every one of them comes with wired internet right to your RV. 30 and 50 amps, all utilities included in one price. They're pet-friendly, very well lit up, a great place to lay your head every night. WWRV3.com or 988-0392. We're going to get to, we got taking out trash coming up. We'll get to that next. Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman has left Walter Reed Hospital, the medical center, after 6 weeks of inpatient treatment for clinical depression. Plans to return to the Senate when the chambers resume in mid-April. John Fetterman back to work. New Mexico officer shot during a domestic violence call-out. Suspect is now in custody in Donna Ana County. So the suspect in custody after the officer involved shooting. New Mexico State Police is investigating this. The incident happened in Sunland Park. Happened on Saturday. Local and state police were called out to Megan Street, scene of a domestic call, and that's when the shooting occurred. Guess who's coming to New Mexico?
No, tomorrow.
Old Pete Buttigieg.
Yep.
You know where you ought to go? Back to East Palestine. They still got problems. Yeah. So, Transportation Secretary visiting the land of enchantment. You ought to check our highways out, too. I know you're not exactly in charge of that, but you ought to check them out. They're pretty, yeah. So this is part of the Biden administration Building It Better America plan. Pete Buttigieg will be in Albuquerque on Tuesday and then go to Las Cruces on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the state has more than 70 projects earmarked for funding through Pete Buttigieg's office. Dad accidentally buys 60 pairs of reading glasses after misreading the online information. 60 pairs. Can you imagine all of a sudden you start getting the bills? Holy cow. So now he's got 60 pairs of reading glasses. Border Patrol reporting they found 6 bodies near the U.S. border in Canada. We talked a couple weeks ago about the how many people are coming across in Canada, 300% increase. The remains of 6 individuals pulled from the St. Lawrence River, which is located near Canada's border with the United States. And Bud Light, congratulations, Bud Light. You are now woke. Bud Light partners with the trans activist Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney was also on, what was it? Was it Reese Witherspoon? Not Reese Witherspoon. Who was the chick that, oh, hell.
What show?
Not
what
Reese Witherspoon. Well, no, she's in, she was in Charlie's Angels.
Cheryl Ladd?
No.
Oh, the new one. Okay, so.
Yes.
Barrymore?
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, remember they were on the carpet and hugging and.
Oh yeah.
Bud Light partnered with her, or him, or whatever for a commercial for March Madness. Trans TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney announced their latest spokesperson for Bud in a pair of videos that are on her social media. And it's all about March Madness. And yeah, happy March Madness. Thank you. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you, Bud Light. Is the beer going to be pink now? I don't know. I don't know. All right, take it out trash. Morty B brought to you by Trash Eaters, 575-390-4549. Trash-eaters.com, reminding you they do residential trash pickup, and also reminding you Lovington Shelter needs volunteers to repair, clean the kennels, walk the animals. Also, they need donations. If you want to make a donation or information about volunteering, give them a call directly, 575-552-3669. So you guys asked for it. All this hullabaloo over trans this, trans that. So I'm going to take out the trash today. Remember when Aunt Jemima was taken off the bottle?
Yes.
Because they felt that it was victimizing the woman who has been dead for like 50 years, but because she was dressed as Aunt Jemima. Yes. Well, now RuPaul, the drag queen, a black man portraying a black woman, is now on the box of Cheez-Its.
Okay.
So, congratulations, Cheez-Its. You have also gone woke. I'm taking out the trash. There you go. I just did, and I missed the shot, to be honest. 6:54, Tom.
Hi, John from Eunice. You know, guys, OPEC is moving away from the American dollar very, very soon anyway.
Exactly.
And he says, trust me, we're fixing to be in a world.
We are going to be. How much, John, you might know this, and I don't remember. It's trillions of dollars. How much America makes because that trading is used with the U.S. dollar. And I said it many years ago that if we ever barked away from that, and there was a push by OPEC countries to move away from the dollar. Look, they hate us. And Joe Biden is doing nothing to stop any of this. Nothing. Our national security is down the drain. We look weak. All we do is give money. That's the only thing this guy has done, is hand money. A lot to Ukraine. I wonder how much is going back to his bank account. Mm-hmm. Continue on, Tom.
All right, so one of these texters is asking, or saying rather, the rollback by OPEC is 1.15 million barrels, not 2 million barrels. He said.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And another texter is saying, you know what? Have y'all seen that bill, Senate 686 they're trying to pass? It's not just to ban TikTok, but to also spy on us even more by using the internet and use the net against us, says the text.
Yep. It's not just TikTok, and they want to spy on Americans. Now, who else did that happen under? I know Republicans are supposedly, the bad guys that do stuff like this, but wasn't it? Oh, it was Obama and Biden the last time they came up with a bill like this, where they had the right to spy on us, and Snowden came out and said, oh, wait a second. But I thought that was Republicans that did stuff like that. I guess not.
J Dubs from Hobbs is saying, you know what? I used to eat those Cheez-Its. Darn sure won't be spending another penny on that crap now, he says. And Big John, hey, Biden's new campaign, America for Sale to the highest bidder. Says
Amen. Yep, no doubt. No doubt. Assistant Director David Halls, rattled with guilt, pled guilty to the Rusk gun charges. And Alec Baldwin, of course, this guy is the fall guy. David Halls is the fall guy, the assistant director. Alec Baldwin will get off. This guy will take the brunt of everything for sure. Yep, that's the way that's going to go on. New Mexico nonprofits misuse of federal funds gave the funds to illegal aliens when it was supposed to be used for Americans. DHS audit shows that, including a brand new audit issued by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Inspector General, shows that around $110 million in federal emergency management money, FEMA for short, awarded for humanitarian relief, went right to 18 nonprofits, and many of them used that money for illegal immigrants that were coming across our border. Congratulations, New Mexico. Well, not just New Mexico. New Mexico, California, and Arizona, and Texas use money that was supposed to be for Americans and instead put the money in the hands of foreigners. Congratulations. That's the way to do it. Americans, you work harder, you pay more taxes. That's what you're there for. And lower than F, Americans and the nation's capital give Biden. Now, if they're giving him in D.C. an F, lower than an F, wow. So Americans that and the nation's capital give Biden a grade lower than an F. It'd be more like an H. An H. Even in Delaware, people were like, oh, no, this guy's got to go. We can only hope that's the way it's going to happen. Australian gunsmith issues a warning for U.S. firearm owners on gun control. He said, beware. Beware of confiscation of guns. Beware of turning your guns in. Mm-hmm. Every Australian that I speak to says the same thing. I was out on a sandbar in the middle of the ocean Saturday and ran into some military from Britain. And they had taken a vacation. And so Britain has troops, I think they're in Burma. And they came to the Philippines. And they said, America is the laughing stock nowadays. And I said, I'm not going to fight you on that, bro. I'm not going to fight you. And plus, you guys look like snipers, and, you could probably hit me from a mile. So I'm not going to, I agree. And Carlsbad police are on the lookout for a murder suspect. Eric Garcia, 21 years old, accused of shooting a man Wednesday afternoon. That was that case that they had reported a body. By the way, $4,000 reward at the time. And if you have information, get in touch with the Carlsbad Police Department. Straight up 7 o'clock, we're KWMW, Malmore, 105.1 FM. Morning show this morning being brought to you by your pipeline inspection service, Iron River Inspection. Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners, have put together a team of over how many years? 300 years combined experience. 300 years of combined experience. If If you need them to go inspect a pipeline or a facility, do safety training, or consult for you, they're one of the top-notch consulting companies. Just go to the website for more info. That's ironriverinspection.com. 701, text line open, Tom.
Jerm is saying this morning, the Patriot Act was a Democrat bill supported by the Republicans, giving the power to the government to spy on us. That's a Jerm this morning.
Amen.
And another texter says, I started drinking the Dos Equis beer when Budweiser came out with the new rainbow cans a couple of years ago. Now, is that, I guess could I drink that beer? I mean, is it not?
What?
That Dos Equis, it doesn't have alcohol in it?
It's got like 5%, bro.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering because I was kind of curious about it. Hey, by the way, B, you got an update on Eric Garcia. He is in custody now. That according to a text.
Good.
So there you go.
Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you. I got some great stories. Did you guys see the Amazon delivery guy that stopped to fix the flag?
No.
And it was caught on the Ring doorbell?
No.
Yeah, I mean, very touching. We'll talk about that. Giant tuna broke a rod in half. Set the record in Texas. We'll tell you how big it was. Legal team proceeding in the former Donald Trump case, former President Donald Trump's case. Looks like a gag order could be put in, and Trump confirms he will appear in court on tomorrow. We'll talk about that. And a Texas man arrested after his neighbors spotted him naked and standing in front of a window. Yeah, just naked naked as a jailbird. I think that's the way they used to say it, right, Tom?
Yes.
Naked as a jailbird. All right, 7:03. We are B and the Breakfast Club. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew. Find out more information about Randy at randallpettigrew.com. Randy is a fighter. Went to, during the 60-day session, went to Santa Fe. Fought for us. Did we win every battle? No. We're outnumbered. But what we did do was able to get some Democrats to listen to some common sense and cross the party line and defeat many bills. There were 5 gun bills that could have passed.
Yep.
But they were able to get enough Democrats to go, this is not good, and this will hurt you politically. And they talked them into coming across and voting on the Republican side. So Randy goes up there and fights for us. Like I said, sometimes we don't win, but defeating 4 gun bills, that's a win in my book. Win. If you need help dealing with any of the entities in Santa Fe, give Randy a call. You can find all his contact information. All you have to do is go to randallpettigrew.com. Blowing dust. It is going to get extremely windy tomorrow. Yeah, we got wind today. 35-mile-an-hour winds. High temperature 86. 35-mile-an-hour winds tonight. But tomorrow, 65-mile-an-hour winds. This could be damaging winds tomorrow. 55-mile-an-hour winds on Wednesday, and on Tuesday night, and 30-mile-an-hour winds on Wednesday. Maybe the wind is gone Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, just in time for Easter. I'm hoping. I am hoping. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Check of the weather being brought to you by H&H Fuel Service, New Mexico's Delaware and Permian basins, Poly Pipeline Construction Professionals. You can find them. They're based in Jowl, but boy, I tell you what, they travel all over the place. If you're looking for the fast fusion pipeline machines, they've got them in-house with squeeze tools up to 16 inches. Facility construction, pipeline construction, subcontractor services. They offer the poly pipeline machines, and squeeze tools up to 16 inches. Call Colin this morning, 432-269-6027, or go to HNHFS.com. We got cash to be given away this morning. Stand by for that. 7 minutes after the hour 7, KWMW Maljamore, 105.1 FM. We're going to get you qualified for the cash coming up in just a second. We'll get you updated with all the news with Jim. But first, our national anthem and our pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Started her business at 19, 40-plus years later, still going strong and still helping people. Give her a call, 575-393-2661. She could take care of all of your insurance, home, auto, recreational vehicles, commercial, life insurance, and more. Her number, 575-393-2661. Call her today. God bless America. God bless you. Here's the national anthem and the pledge.
Good morning. My name is Mia Jensen. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
708. The Lord's Prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From John 19. Later, Joseph of Arimathea asked Pilate for the body of Jesus. Now, Joseph was a disciple of Jesus, but because he feared the Jews, with Pilate's permission, he came and took the body away.
Hello, I'm here with my wife Dixie, and I'm Blaze Campanella with Judah Oil. We pray that as you go through your day, that you will see all the blessings you've been given. God said that He will prosper you and not harm you. See, in a world that is lost, God is there. Yes, in the most empty place, your most fearful circumstance, God is there. He will never leave you. Never forget, Jesus loves you. He really, really does. Please take a moment and pray the Lord's Prayer with us. God bless you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
7:10, 10 minutes after 7. Very windy today, but get ready for tomorrow. 65-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, 55-mile-an-hour winds. Checking news coming up next. We're going to give you a chance to qualify for cash. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're on 128 this morning and you're between Jowl and Carlsbad, exit if you need fuel on Buck Jackson Road. Go down 2.75 miles and fill her up today. They're open to the public. Large, nicely built, covered area. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF value, and more. Twin Wells Fuel Station, accepting credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Fill up today. Twin Wells Fuel Station, right off of 128 on Buck Jackson Road. 7-Eleven, still to come. We've got a couple cuts from the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. Talk about sexualizing children. Also, Mayorkas over the weekend, Homeland Security Secretary, was asked about Title 42. We'll get to that and more this morning. Also, things that happened on this date in history, boob of the day, and more. 7-Eleven, be in the Breakfast Club on W105. News being brought to you by the Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, the guy that settles the big, really big cases. $10 million case and the oil patch, $9 million in a medical malpractice case, settling car accidents, slip and falls, anything personal injury, and he can defend you if you got involved in a criminal matter. 575-208-5300, RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information. News with Jim up next. Right now, let's qualify folks for cash on W105.
Vinegar Solution in Hobb presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money!
And I want it now.
Call in now to win. Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News. I'm Jim Miller. And evacuation orders issued for residents in the community of Echo Ridge as grass fire spreading south of Moriarty. Multiple fire agencies currently battling it. Torrance County officials asked residents in the area along Echo Ridge Road to evacuate. The Moriarty Civic Center at 202 South Broadway is being used as a holding area. Spokesperson for New Mexico State Police says the fire broke out along Echo Ridge Road in Moriarty. It's not known at this time if any homes or structures were threatened by that fire. Carlsbad man arrested and charged with murder after a fatal shooting last Wednesday night in a residential area of the city. 21-year-old Eric Garcia arrested after Carlsbad police responded to a report of a boy suffering a gunshot wound in the 800 block of Hueco Street. Carlsbad police say the victim, a minor, thus would not be identified by any law enforcement agency. Initial reports from police did not describe Garcia's relationship to the victim's age, or the events leading up to that shooting. A fire that prompted the closure of the Roswell Municipal Landfill Thursday of last week continued to rage Friday as electricity to the facility was partially restored. Friday afternoon, Todd Wildermuth, Public Information Officer for the City of Roswell, said Xcel Energy is still working to restore full power to the landfill after fire damaged some electric poles and power lines. He adds the landfill will remain closed to the public until at least sometime today. Authorities say the fire began Thursday afternoon when some trunk trees, branches, and mulch at that landfill caught fire. The good news, nobody was hurt and no structures were damaged, but Wildermuth says landfill employees were evacuated as a precaution. That's a look at what's happening. I'm Jim Miller, MTD Radio News.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles. Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet. No hassles, no commissions, period.
The Artesia Arts Council is actively seeking vendors and food trucks to occupy space for their upcoming second annual City of Champions Comic-Con. To pick up your application, visit the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia or simply log on to artesiaartscouncil.com. This is your opportunity to showcase your goods and sell local, but act quickly. Application deadline is May 15th. for the second annual City of Champions Comic-Con in Artesia on May 20th. Presented by Artesia Arts Council and paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We gotta get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
This week at Bob's Ridgeway, big spring savings. Get ready for grilling with selected New York strip steak, $6.99 a pound. Bone-in sirloin cut pork chops, $1.49 a pound. Get your fryer drumsticks down to 79 cents a pound in produce. Large spring mangoes, 99 cents each. Get the Mountain King potatoes, 2 big pound-and-a-half bags for just $4. And big grocery specials like Bush Best Beans, the big 16-ounce cans, 4 for $5. Get your wide awake coffee, 12-ounce ground, just $4.88. Food Club pancake and waffle mixes, just $1.98 a box. And those are just a few of over 150 weekly spring specials to fight inflation and make your grocery dollar go farther for the quality, the value, and still where they carry your groceries out for you. Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington. It's where your grocery dollar always goes farther.
Beat and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Yeah, let's just get this over with.
They've sped up all the ball games. They've added a new pitch clock. Baseball should be fast and thrill the fans. We can't wait to go cheer in the stands. But wait, oh, wait, it's still boring. I feel sleepy again. After a few innings, I'm out. It's just a dull game.
Oh, yeah. You thought it was slow before. They're trying to speed it up. Tom, will that help? As opening day was what, Friday, if I'm not mistaken? Thursday. Has it sped the game up, or is it a debacle?
You know, I haven't watched any of the ball games, so I don't really know, to tell you the truth.
So maybe a listener can tell us, did it speed it up, or is it kind of making it worse? I'm not a baseball guy, so I can't answer that. Somebody is, I would love to hear from you.
I tell you what, I do know.
What?
But we'll talk about it here in a minute.
Well, no, you brought it up. Go ahead, jump in.
Oh, okay. So anyway, you know, I'm a big wrestling fan, right?
Oh, here we go. Sean McMahon hurt. Is it fake? We don't know.
WrestleMania.
I remember when his dad almost died, and then he had then he came back to life. They pumped him with adrenaline, and he came back to life right there on the mat.
So
we thought he had broke his back, but oh my God, it was a miracle.
You let me say it or not?
And you still trust this garbage.
It was fun. 2 hours. 2 days of this, and you were talking about the national anthem. They didn't do the national anthem either, but they did do "God Bless America."
Okay.
So, but anyway, the feature match: Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns wins the title again. So that was pretty
Surprise!
Cool. Yeah.
Surprise! The scriptwriter is the most powerful guy in the WWE.
Yeah.
He is very powerful. All right, and Tom thinks it's real. 723. It is going to be windy as all get go. Not that bad today. It's bad enough. I get it. 35-mile-an-hour winds is bad enough, but 65-mile-an-hour winds coming up for your Tuesday. Most of that coming Tuesday afternoon after 2 p.m. Be safe out there. It is going to be pretty rough tomorrow and tomorrow night. And then eventually, they say by Thursday, the wind should be gone again for a little while. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Yeah, Rebecca Long, local inventor, 575-631-3189. Give her a call if you want to talk about the Atlas Makeup Mirror. You know, Rebecca is, she had never invented anything in her life. She just kind of got fed up. She kept looking for the perfect mirror. And when there was no mirrors on the market that were up to her standard, she said, I am going to design one. And we're going to manufacture it, and we're going to get it done. And that's exactly what she has done. And she's based out of Hobbs. You can stop by and see her. 226 West Vega, or just give her a call at 575-631-3189, or go to atlasmakeupmirror.com. You can also follow them on Facebook. You can order the mirror right there from the website. New study says researchers in Canada say enjoying a daily beer or glass of wine does not raise your risk of premature death. Now, the key is a beer and a glass of wine. That's the key. Scientists explain that low to moderate drinking have a similar mortality rate to those that avoid alcohol all along. So, one beer, one glass of wine. According to a new survey, 1/3 of workers on the job say they can get their job done remotely while working full-time, or at least pretending to work full-time. Yeah, there's simply no way that these people will ever work like they would in the office. It takes a special person to do that. Half of these people will not even put on clothes in the morning. I'm only being honest. Weather toll reached 32. Death toll, 32. And the barrage of storms that hit Alabama, Arkansas, Indiana, Illinois, and Mississippi. Joe Biden over the weekend was in Rolling Rock, Mississippi, even though he said Rolling Stone. Oklahoma officials say at least 32 people were injured and 40 homes destroyed in a mass fire that broke out of those storms. And Secretary of State Anthony Blinken yesterday called for the release of the detained American journalists during a phone call with the Russian foreign minister. Of course, us helping Ukraine so much, I don't know if that guy, but they said they might send, true story, Brittany Griner over there to get him released, or at least let her help in the negotiations. Mm-hmm. Send Bill Richardson again. He's probably the best at it. Probably. Looks like scientists are saying a massive ocean 400 miles beneath the Earth's crust contains more water than on the surface of the Earth. So, you know how everybody's thinking we're running out of water? They just discovered an ocean 400 miles beneath the Earth's crust.
Wow. Wow.
And the majority of Americans, 56%, do not believe that a college degree is worth the cost of obtaining one. According to a recent poll, a Wall Street Journal and the University of Chicago, they said, yeah, having a degree is not worth the cost of getting one, according to 56% of Americans. Tom, your thought on that?
I don't believe that. Not at all.
Okay, so how has that degree helped you?
What's helped me? I was a newspaper writer. I have been a broadcaster for 31 years. That's all I've done out of college. Now, some kids go to college, get their degree, and never work that degree. That was not my situation.
Could somebody that's didn't have a college degree be just as successful or more successful?
It depends on what kind of giddy-up they got. If they're determined to do something, it don't matter whether you got a degree or not. You're going to go get her done.
No, thank you for proving the point. I love when you do it. Thank you.
But it would help, yes.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, 727. Treasury warning that Social Security will run out of money in 2030. Have you ever noticed? That's 10 years away. Have you ever noticed?
I know
we never talk about running out of money when it comes to welfare, food stamps, and help for foreign support. We never run out of money, but Social Security, and by the way, we paid that money in the Social Security. That's our money. That's not the government's money. That's our money. People that are on welfare and food stamps, they ain't paid no money in. That's not their money, but we will never cut those programs off. Somebody should be charged with stealing our money. Yeah, I said it. They stole our money. That money was in a lockbox until they opened it. You never hear about welfare running out of money. You never hear about foreign aid running out of money. You never hear about, the problems on the border. We're running out of money. No. We just keep writing checks.
Right.
But Social Security, oh no, we're going to run out of money. And 2 dead and 1 hurt in a medical helicopter crash in Alabama. Medical helicopter crash, responding to a call to airlift a hiker with breathing problems, crashed Sunday in southeast Alabama near the city of Birmingham, leaving 2 of the crew members dead, sending the 3rd to the hospital. Text line is open, 728. We're being the Breakfast Club.
We just should have left all those new rules out referring to the baseball. If you don't like the game, don't watch it. Never heard anyone at a baseball game say, man, this game is going so long. Most folks want bonus baseball, extra innings to enjoy the ballpark even more. So this guy says, we need it. We need it. And the only degree Tom has is a paper to prove now that's mean. Okay. I ain't going to say nothing else about him. And,
Damn.
Well, the R word. I work with these very special people. Let's don't categorize them like that. And players are stealing bases more than ever before, says the texter. And report from the opening weekend, Major League Baseball games are 20 to 30 minutes shorter, says the texter.
If that's the case, they have met the object that they were trying to do.
Yes, you're right. And
speed up the games.
Yeah, one more texter says, for the first time in a while, I have watched a full 9-inning game. 2.5 hours. I mean, it's hard on the hitters. Sometimes they need that time to prepare and think.
Well, and will they do the same in college?
I don't know. Good question.
But, because if they do it in college, I mean, look, if we change the way the game is played from, little league all the way up, then we'll get adjusted to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't think the younger leagues are going to go to that trouble to do that.
No, they got Tom A behind the plate. That slows things down.
And here's the deal, too, B. They have time limits on the junior games. 2 hours tops, I think.
And then they kill the game.
Yeah.
All right, 7:30. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Train It New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week. 96% passing rate. 25 years of training and staff development. That's how they pass people. That's how they get people ready to go take the test, and they pass. Along with that, one-on-one training and more time behind the wheel. Find out more information by calling them. They're based out of Roswell. Mention B in the Breakfast Club and save $100. 575-840-9555. Maybe you've been thinking about, going ahead and getting into your driving career as a commercial driver. Now's your opportunity to do so in 1 week. 96% passing rate. Look, every time I read the commercial, somebody is skeptical. How do they do it? I just told you how they do it. More time behind the wheel and more one-on-one training. 575-840-9555. Give them a call today. And by the way, the proof is in the pudding. 96% passing rate. That says it all. All right, things that happen on this date in history. Oxford University study. According to an Oxford University study on this date in 33 A.D., it was the actual date that Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross.
Oh, man.
According to Oxford University, they went back and did a study, and they said on this date in 33 A.D. Legendary Pony Express began service in St. Joseph, Missouri, and went all the way to Sacramento, California in 1860. 1866, the hat-shaping machine was patented. On this date, notorious outlaw Jesse James was shot and killed in St. Joseph, Missouri. He was waiting on the mail, I guess. The year was 1882. TV Guide created in 1953. 1961, Washington, D.C. residents were given presidential vote by the 23rd Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. 1980, prime lending rate hit 20%. Could we see that again? Maybe. Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris, she's 25. Also, Jenny Garth is 51 years old from Melrose Place.
51, wow.
Eddie Murphy is 62. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can't do that one because it's racist. I'm sorry. David Hyde Pierce from Frasier is 64. And Alec Baldwin turns 65. He will be celebrating by calling his daughter all kinds of names. Tony Orlando, without Dawn, is 79. And today is National Library Week.
Yes.
Get to the library and read a book. Tom will be on the library board soon.
Yes.
Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Trade It New Mexico. Their number 575-840-9555. Russ, we got the boob of the day coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Maid Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maid Trailer Sales. Looking for a RV, they've got you covered. Fifth wheels, toy haulers, ultralights, and more. Go take the virtual tour. Every one of their units, new and pre-owned, up on the website right now. You can take the virtual tour. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. 575-622-1751. Call them today. 754. Text line is open, Tomas.
You know, Tony in a cap shop says, I'm 50 years old now. If Social Security runs out before I get to draw it, I'm going to go and get on welfare, says Tony in the cap. And, buying a house right now is crazy, says the text. The interest rate makes up most of the payments, says the texter. Once they come down, it's idea to refinance it, though. That's the text on the houses. And another text is saying this morning, the baseball rules are for TV and not for attending live games, says the texter. And James in Eunice saying, what are we going to do about this assault weather? Oh, my God, says James in Eunice. Hey.
All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. Don't forget, they've got breakfast cooking right now, and they've got a prime rib lunch with French fries or mashed potatoes, grilled vegetables, salad, $19.99 right now, or get a 12-ounce ribeye with mashed potatoes or French fries and a salad for $19.95 also. And they're calling it Monday Madness, so get in there and get that for lunch. Also, make your orders 10 or more, and they will deliver from Navajo to Navajo, so from Roadrunner Grill. So 10 or more orders, they will deliver. And check them out today, Roadrunner Grill. You can find them inside the Best Western Pecos Inn in Artesia. Tom A. text line open. We'll talk about the Virginia University left-wing protest going on. Some violence happened. And violence happened in Tennessee and Kentucky also. The pro-life leader fumes after the violent attack. We'll get to that.
And Texter's saying, what did y'all think about the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship game on Sunday? I got my TV. I finally watched some on the internet, and I guess it's okay. LSU won.
Men's tonight, you got the underdog against the giant.
Boy, you ain't lying about that. And that's going to be about 7 o'clock tonight on that one. Hey, this is okay. Where's Russ Biden today? We hadn't heard from him this morning, says the texter.
Russ Biden, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm over here. I don't know where they would have got that. I don't understand the reference.
I didn't get it either.
But they're asking, where are you? He's here. And Jeffro says, 200-ounce beer a day keep you from dying of old age, says Jeffro this morning.
Well, yeah, one beer. I mean, just one. That's what they said, one. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could get a gallon of beer. It's just one.
There you go.
Yeah. Speech at Virginia University erupted into violent protests last week with a left-wing protester refusing to let a prominent anti-abortion group engage in civil discourse. And the pro-life leader who endured many, many angry people. See, this is the problem. They want a platform. They want to be able to say what they want to say, but they don't want the conservatives to be able to say what they have to say. Dinesh D'Souza over the weekend was speaking, and this trans guy started calling him a fascist, and he goes, I'm an immigrant that came to this country. I'm not the fascist. You guys are the fascists for trying to squash my voice. You don't want anybody to squash your voice, but you want to squash my voice. I really don't get it. Why can't we have an intelligent debate? Don't try to silence me. Let's not try to silence anybody. But now the transgenders are saying, and what does that make up? What percent of the population again?
2% maybe?
Not even. That they're being trying to be silenced. No, one person shot a bunch of people. We're not talking about you. We're talking about that one person. Homeowner chokes up after a delivery driver fixes a American flag, and this guy choked up over the whole thing. It was caught on the Ring doorbell, and DeLawrence Jones, who was a driver for Amazon, stopped, fixed the flag, the American flag, fixed it, and then saluted it. I saw this. He was on Fox and Friends on Friday. Pretty cool deal. And he said, it seemed like the right thing to do. Wow. Who would take the time out of their busy day, especially knowing that Amazon, they're on the clocks. Amazon tracks them to figure out how many boxes they drop off per hour, per day, per week, per month. But he took the time to fix the flag, who was tangled up. It was tangled up, and salute the flag. We need more people like DeLawrence. We really do. And less people that try to silence the opinions of others. Say what you want about this conservative radio station. We give the liberals the opportunity to spout off.
Yes, we do.
They never call, though, and it really hurts me that they don't. Giant tuna broke a rod in half, 2 hours fight, but a Texas fisherman got her done. Captain Tim O'Rich showed off the pole that snapped in half. But they got it, and I think it set the world record. They set the world record, 56-hour-long trip. They called it the Texas Safari, and 16 anglers on the boat.
Wow.
And they were able to bring this thing in. And even though it broke the rod, Fox News had the story, 667-pound bluefin tuna. 16 anglers actually helped get that thing into the boat after the rod broke. And the legal team for Donald Trump saying that there will be a gag order put on Donald Trump. Now, let me get this right.
Good luck.
You have a guy that is running for president of the United States, and you're going to gag him. That just doesn't seem fair. But you know what? I bet the Trump team is happy about the gag order. I bet they're scared that Donald Trump will say something that will hurt his case. I could be wrong, but I think he might just say something that could hurt his case. For sure. So instead of chancing that, they've decided they're probably happy with the gag order. All right, looks like Mayorkas talked about Title 42 on one of the Sunday talk shows. 7:43 already.
Has Mexico agreed to take back non-Mexicans if Title 42 ends?
So we are in discussions with Mexico with regard to how they will handle any increase in the number of individuals seeking to migrate north.
If Mexico doesn't accept other nationals, then what?
Well, we have all sorts of contingencies. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah, we can't discuss them because we have to make them up as we go, but we have all kinds. Yeah, most definitely. And Virginia's lieutenant governor spoke out about the sexualization of kids. This is a great soundbite. She's a Republican. She's an African-American female Republican. And here's what she had to say about sexualization of kids.
I'm a parent. I'm a parent all day. I get to decide what happens in my child's life. Not you, not the government, not anybody. I don't co-parent. I had this child. I'm responsible for this child. Anything happens to little Johnny, you're calling me, right? As you should. Right. So what I'm saying, hang on. So what I'm saying now is, if I don't want my child given lap dances at school by a drag queen, I don't want it done.
Right.
That's happening. Here's the thing.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that she's speaking out about the whole thing. She was on Bill Maher. That's where Bill Maher, where that cut came from. All right, Tom, do you ever feel unqualified for your job?
No.
A high amount of people feel unqualified at their job. I'll talk about that coming up this morning. Our military is in dangerous decline. And what is the reason why? We'll talk about that. McDonald's temporarily shutting down some McDonald's locations. Things are great. Economy is awesome. Don't worry about it. Things are awesome, according to Joe Biden. And Saudi and a half dozen other OPEC countries announced a big cut, 1.15 million barrels of oil drilled a day. Now, the smart thing for us to do would be, well, we'll pick up it. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about that. And a conservative social media influence been convicted of election interference because of TikTok post or Twitter post.
Please.
What a day in America. What next? Radio talk show host?
Uh-oh.
Kind of scary. Serious. And Donald Trump has raised a buttload of money since the indictment came down. We'll talk about that and more coming up next. 7:46, Tom.
You know, B, on the question of the Major League rules, a crapshoot, says the texter. A lot of batters are getting hit because the pitchers are being rushed to pitch because of that pitch clock. But on the good side, he says the Texas Rangers have started the season 3-0. Well,
wow.
Way to go, Texas. And Texas says, this for Russ. Texas is for Russ. So here we go, Russ. This is for you this morning. Have you heard that Ford is bringing back the Ford Ranchero? I looked it up. Not a bad design. Drew from Carlsbad is asking that this morning.
Yeah, I had heard something about that. And they're even talking about an electric Ford Ranchero.
Oh, my Lord.
Electric?
Yeah. So they want to bring back something classic like the Ranchero, but then they would want to electrify it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Camaro was gone after this year.
It is. I saw the brand new, I don't know if they brought it back a few years ago, the brand new Bronco. Have you guys seen it?
Wow. I'm blown away.
But it's back.
I mean, it's only been like 2 years now. Damn. I mean, I appreciate you being Johnny on the spot.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I hadn't seen
Thank
it, man.
you.
I said a couple of years ago, didn't I? Yeah, I said it a couple of years ago. And by the way, they released Andrew.
I just saw it.
Oh, another texter says they just released Andrew Tate on house arrest, but he still hasn't been charged with a crime, says the texter. And
all right, we'll get to that coming up.
Yeah. And so the one text says, "Hey Tom, about your TV? How about your TV? I had it shipped."
No.
It was shipped to me.
You didn't have it.
No,
you didn't have it shipped.
My brother shipped it a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't buy it. You didn't ship it. You did nothing but receive it.
Well, he had an extra TV that he got, and decided to give it to me since I didn't have one. I didn't beg him for it or nothing. He just wanted to give it to me. But it's a 32-inch TV.
Wait. I got to ask this question. Right. Inquiring minds. How did he know you didn't have a TV if you didn't beg for it?
Well, a few weeks ago when I went home, I said, "That's a nice TV you got."
Where's home? Where's home?
Midland.
Okay.
So anyway, he said, "You don't have a TV?" He said, "No." I told him it broke. But
it sounds like you're begging for it.
Well, no, but he sent me a 32-inch TV. A 32-inch TV. I've got a mantle that's 57 inches long, and I told him.
Oh, so now you're not. Yeah, tell me he's not a Democrat. Somebody gives him a TV and ships it to him, and he's still not happy. Tom, do you know how much a 32-inch TV is? You can go down to your big box store, and you have any idea how much a 32-inch TV is?
About $100 maybe?
$100. So your brother took the time out of his day to ship you a $100 TV.
Right.
And you're still not happy.
And it was used. He could at least.
If you don't like it, go buy you one of your own.
He could have sent me a 50-inch screen TV or something.
Typical Democrat. Nothing is enough. Nothing. All right, we're going to talk about a man that's been standing around the neighborhood naked in McAllen. By the way, just throwing it out there. When temperatures are 100 degrees in McAllen, better watch it. Something could get some sunburn. Yep. Just throwing it out there. So we'll get to that story coming up next. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. They've got medical professionals on staff, 70-plus years of experience. They offer functional medicine, natural supplements, stem cell therapy, ozone therapy, cryotherapy, IV infusions, and more. Get in there and talk to them. I get the testosterone. I get the ozone injections in the back and also in the knees. Talk to them, 3900 North Lovington Highway, Hobbs America, Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
Well, it turns out these idiots if they have a massive vat of ice cream that they need to eat, maybe we'll give them a break. The owner of the Dairy Queen in Phoenix was hoping someone comes forward after 3 people stole a 15-foot red spoon. It was bolted to the ground outside. It happened early in the morning on March the 25th. While the place was closed, obviously, the spoon was anchored to the ground. It was a popular spot for photos. Kids would sit in it while parents took their pictures. Well, 3 people showed up in a flatbed trailer, so it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment thing. They obviously planned it. There's security footage where you can see their faces pretty well. It's 2 men and a woman. But last we heard, cops still hadn't been able to ID him. Police are hoping someone turns him in. They said if you're driving down the street and see a giant red spoon hanging out of someone's vehicle, definitely report that. Owners say if someone just drops it off, there won't be any questions. It costs about $3,500 and doubles the amount when you have it delivered and installed. So if the cops catch them, they'll be up on felony charges. The owner also offered a reward. If someone finds the spoon and reports it, they're going to get free blizzards in any flavor they want every day for the rest of the summer. So be on the lookout for the 15-foot spoon. And you guys guys and gals that went to all that trouble to fill a 15-foot wooden spoon, you're our boobs of the day.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. 7:53. Still to come. We'll get updated with news. Qualify you for cash. You won the cash on Friday.
It was Jim Spence. Congratulations to him. Picked up $105 in cash. Way to go. And more qualifying on this morning and then throughout my show and also Russ's show this afternoon.
I gotta write that name down so I have it. Mm-hmm. Jim Spence.
Jim Spence. Way to go.
And Jim's from? Anybody know?
Russ, did he say where he was from? Lovington. He's from here.
So, Jim, congratulations for winning the cash. We'll give you an opportunity to qualify for cash coming up this morning. Have you ever had a neighbor that likes to go outside naked or stand at the window naked? Some of my friends in Louisiana in a little town called Jeanerette, Louisiana, there was a guy that dresses up in shorts and a pair of boots and a half shirt, crop top, and goes to all the festivals and dances. And yeah. Anyway, he also likes to nude sunbathe. And I think they finally arrested him for nude sunbathing because the kids are coming home from school and he's, on top of the roof sunbathing. And so they got him. But this guy in McAllen, Texas was arrested after neighbors saw him standing naked in an open window. Jose Zamora was arrested and charged with indecent exposure in Hidalgo County. They arrested him. He's his bond is $4,000. Neighbors looking at the guy's house, and unfortunately, they say that they told police that there was a suspicious package. You know how they say that things are bigger in Texas?
Yeah.
One of the witnesses said it wasn't true. Let me ask a question. What's the difference in this and a little boy going to the bathroom in the girls' dressing room or bathroom? and a girl in the bathroom saying the young boy's package. What's the difference? I'm just trying to be common sense here. What is the difference? Tom?
Man, I don't even want to get into that.
Well, I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
We already went there.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't want to talk about it.
Have an opinion. Have an opinion. Get out of your comfort zone and stop using the eh. There is no difference. It's indecent exposure.
Yes, it is.
Little girls are seeing his suspicious package. There's no difference in this guy's case or a little boy going to the girls' restroom. No difference at all. 7:56. We're going to take a break. We got a lot of things going on. Tom, wrap up the text.
All right. And there's a bunch of hate for me. I can't believe that on my TV. Tom, you're worthless sack of crap. Just die, you piece of crap, you demo crap. Oh, man. Why? Because I didn't get my 50-inch TV? My business. Hey, Tom, if it was your brother, if I was your brother, and I heard this, I'd drive down there and get my TV back, says the texter. Another hater, man. Tom, you're so ungrateful. Just be glad you're getting something, says the texter.
Typical Democrat.
I'm grateful. It's just I wanted the 50-inch TV. I mean, can a beggar be a chooser? No. And once I
buy
won
your own TV.
Once I won $105 in cash. When collected, ended up giving it to Tom after hearing his sad stories of not having any money.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Just kidding, says the texter. Anyway.
I wouldn't give him anything. That's just me. Tom, I had a big scare over the weekend.
What happened?
So we went out snorkeling.
Yeah.
And so we take a boat to this other island, and then another boat paddles us out. We're probably 200 yards out in the ocean, and in a paddle boat. And I went down one time and then got back to the boat, and my nose is bleeding.
Oh my.
And so I'm like, a shark is going to come get me.
Right.
Thank God I saw no sharks.
Man, seriously, I was going to talk to you off the air about it. I had a dream, exact dream about that happening to you.
Oh, what's that called, Tom?
Premonition.
Epiphany. Oh, my goodness.
Ain't it premonition, Russ? Ain't it epiphany, is it?
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I was fixing something on the computer. What did you just say?
I was talking about, Russ, we went not diving, but snorkeling. I went down for the first time and came back up. My nose is bleeding, and I'm like, oh, God, a shark is going to come get me. You know, because I'm the chum. I am the chum.
Yeah.
And I said,
and Tom said he had a dream that would happen
the night before. I sure did.
If something really happened, if he got attacked by a shark, the outcome happened, then that would be a premonition.
That's what I had.
Meaning you've seen it before. If he didn't really get eaten by a shark, but he had that happen to him, and you had that dream and everything. That's called serendipity. That's just a coincidence that you had that dream and he hurt himself.
I woke up.
Thank God I didn't get eaten up by a shark.
I woke up and I said, shucks, that shark didn't eat me.
No, sure didn't. Well, he tried probably taking a bite, and he went, he's so damn bitter, I don't want him. 7:59. By the way, I'll send you guys some pictures. It was pretty cool. We got to swim with the turtles again, and pretty cool. And this guy got some good pictures of us.
Wow.
So now, Tom, what do they use when they go underwater? Mine got ruined. 2 of them broke underwater. What's it called? Yeah, but the camera.
Oh, it's an underwater camera.
Yeah, what's it called?
It's called a diving camera.
Called a GoPro.
Yeah, there you go.
Baffling.
Well. And it broke.
Some of the things that they can do with the camera now really freak me out because I guess I am old fogey. I went swimming with my son, and all these kids are in the pool, and they've got their phones in the pool with them, and they're down underneath the water, photographing each other and everything. And I didn't realize that the phones would do that now. I really didn't.
You can get the cases that will do that. The GoPro, the picture is much better. I mean, I got the case. I've had 2 GoPros. I had the GoPro 9, and I loaned it to somebody, and they broke it.
Oh, man.
And then one of my sons gave me a GoPro 7 that he had bought somewhere, and I brought that and put it in the water, and it didn't have the plastic cover in the back. It had the rest of the cover, but not in the back, so it ruined that one. So I'm going to get the GoPro 10 when they come out.
What do those things cost anyway?
About $500.
Dang,
yeah,
really?
And they're pretty tough because there's one of the big viral videos that's on YouTube right now is one falling from an airplane. And you can watch this camera fall all the way. Yeah. Falls in the mud and the hog pen, and the hog goes in the video.
The only thing it doesn't like is water.
No.
And the new ones will enable you to stream from the device while filming at the same time.
Wow, nice.
If you have a Wi-Fi connection.
So you're going to send us pictures?
Do you want me to send you some pictures? I can't right now. Just go to my Facebook, Tom.
Okay. I mean,
all my stuff is up there.
Is we in a bikini or anything?
We was wearing a bikini, but so she supposedly is going to start working out this week.
Oh, she's a little bit thick. Okay, I got you.
She's very, very thick. She's always been very thick, Tom. I like my women thick. So 802 KWMW, Maljamora, 105.1 FM. Blowing dust, a lot of blowing dust. 65-mile-an-hour winds coming up tomorrow. We'll get you updated with a complete forecast on the way. News this morning being brought to you by United Pump and Supply. United Pump and Supply. They're currently hiring for their Carlsbad store. They are looking for relief valve technicians. If you are a relief valve technician, apply today. Go to up-s.com. They are now open at Carlsbad, and they've got 60 years of experience. If you're looking for a supplier that will hold up to the pressure, United Pump and Supply. Open in Carlsbad. They've got 60 years of experience in the business, and they're ready to serve you with the top-of-the-line chemical pumps, valves, chokes, gauges, and more. Big-name brands like Superior Products, Mercer, also Chicago Valves, and the list goes on and on. Open in Carlsbad. It's United Pump and Supply. Online at up-s.com. Coming back, 9:03, being the Breakfast Club. Keeping you updated, checking in with news.
Vinegar Cementing Solution in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm Terrence McHugh. Damage assessments continue after weekend tornado strikes in 11 states in the South and Midwest. Fox Weather's Max Gordon is in Wynne, Arkansas.
The National Weather Service's Memphis office preliminarily giving this an EF3 rating. It did significant damage to the town of about 8,000 people, tearing apart homes, businesses, and Wynn's High School.
Those storms killing at least 32. Who will be the next astronauts to orbit the moon?
NASA will let the public know the names of the crew assigned to the Artemis II mission today. Artemis is the U.S.-led project to return humans to the lunar surface, spearheaded by the Trump administration. While the names have been a closely guarded secret, it is known the 4-person crew will be made up of 3 U.S. astronauts and 1 Canadian. At least 1 crew member is expected to be a woman.
Fox's Eben Brown. America is listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick?
You know what makes me as mad as want to get between a mama grizzly and her cubs? You know what word I'm tired of? I mean, every time I hear some sad-sack idiot politician use this word, I want to beat myself in the head with a blunt object. The word is fair. Oh, yeah, the rich got to pay their fair share. The government nitwits want to put the screws to this group or that group only in the interest of being fair. Let me ask you something. Are we a bunch of hard-working, God-fearing, flag-waving Americans or a bunch of 5-year-olds? Because when I turned 6, here's what my daddy told me. Life ain't fair. I'd be whining about something not being fair, and he'd slap me across the butt and say, son, there's nothing in life that is fair. I bet your daddy told you the same thing. I mean, think about it. If life was fair, Rosie O'Donnell wouldn't be a multi-millionaire TV celebrity. She'd be a junior high gym teacher. If life is fair, we'd all be walking around with 5% body fat and driving 4x4s. If life was fair, every man would be playing professional sports, and we'd all be married to swimsuit issue supermodels, and everybody would get a tax refund. If life was fair, men would not go bald. If life was fair, everybody would balance their checkbooks and find deposits they forgot to record instead of ATM withdrawals they forgot they made. If life was fair, the doctor could check your prostate just by looking at you. Wake up, America! Yeah, the president wants to make things fair, and the doctor wants to check your prostate. Either way, somebody's bending over. Hammer Pits America. Pants off.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles.
Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet. No hassles, no commissions, period.
Artesia Arts Council proudly presents Panto Company USA's brand new interactive family musical of The Jungle Book. In this fully produced musical, they bring to life Kipling's tales with great scenery, cool costumes, original modern songs, and more excitement than you can imagine. The Panto Company USA's interactive Jungle Book, Friday, April 14th at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia. Visit ArtesiaArtsCouncil.com for tickets and more information. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherland's.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
Join the Artesia Arts Council as they proudly present State Street Ballet's production of The Jungle Book on Tuesday, April 4th at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia. In this dazzling adaptation of Rudyard Kipling's classic collection of stories, the complexities of the jungle and the personalities of its creatures come alive through movement, music, and the dynamic storytelling of some of life's greatest moral lessons. State Street Ballet's The Jungle Book, Tuesday, April 4th at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia. Visit ArtesiaArtsCouncil.com for more ticket info. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Spring is here, and Rio Grace Landscaping is open for business at their brand new location, 4 East Crockett Road, just north of Lovington on the Tatum Highway. Fruit, shade, and flowering trees of all sizes and varieties are in stock. Hundreds of new plants, grass, and flower products are filling the garden center. Fire pits and hot tubs are proudly made in the USA. In-ground trampolines and much more are also available. Call the landscape design experts today. 575-396-7464. Rio Grace Landscaping, your ultimate service, garden center, and landscaping professionals.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
Here is your Liar Pants on Fire update.
Before Russia attacked, we made sure Russia had javelins and other weapons.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Here it comes. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't get up without us.
All right, 11 minutes after 8, we got blowing dust today. 35-mile-an-hour winds and 35-mile-an-hour winds tonight. 65-mile-an-hour winds from the southwest coming up tomorrow. 55-mile-an-hour winds on tomorrow night. And down to about 30-mile-an-hour winds on Wednesday. Have we had 65-mile-an-hour winds in the last month and a half, 2 months?
Yes.
Have we?
Yep.
So this is not the first time.
No.
That's still very high winds. Extremely high winds. 65-mile-an-hour winds is that's nothing to play with. Nothing to play. And of course, we've got some fires in New Mexico right now. Hopefully, they contain those fires before the winds come back.
You know, Torrance County had one over the weekend. Destroyed over 200 acres out there.
I think 4 homes were completely destroyed also.
Yep.
All right, 12 minutes after 8, 12 after 8, we are being the Breakfast Club. Looks like residents in Cambridge are experiencing a wild turkey issue throughout the community. Yeah, we're not talking about wild turkey that comes in a bottle. Yeah, supposedly the wild turkeys have gotten very aggressive. Get some hunters out there, and they'll take care of it. They will. I guarantee you, they will take care of it. Not a problem at all. Arizona man said Rihanna paid $500,000 to rent out his luxury home for a week to prepare for the Super Bowl performance. $500,000 for a week. This guy, I would think he's got to be like, man, I was super, super blessed. And a Delaware judge granted a partial major win Friday to the Dominion voting systems in its $1.6 billion defamation claim against Fox News.
Wow.
Granting Dominion a summary judgment victory on the allegations of false statements and reporting during the 2020 presidential vote. Trial was set to begin in April. $1.6 billion. I don't care how big you are, that could bankrupt the company.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, how is CNN and their fake news, the Russian collusion and all this other stuff, survive without getting sued themselves? If that's the case.
Double standard, buddy.
I guess. Pope Francis presided over the Palm Sunday Mass, Vatican City. He will. And he's 86 years old. He's been sick, but supposedly doing much, much better. Trump's PAC surges. Yeah, the amount of money they have since is going up 10% in less than a week following the indictments, implying $100 million has been scored since the indictment came down last Thursday. Thank you for lighting a fire under every conservative in America. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Justice Department. Thank you, Fat Alvin. Thank you. $100 million since Thursday has been raised for Donald Trump. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. New Mexico man is pled guilty. He is accused of sexually abusing a minor. U.S. Justice Department said Dexter Whiskers, 44 years old, of Mescalero, pled guilty to sexual abuse of a minor. Whiskers was arrested. He is a member of the San Juan Southern Pueblo tribe. Plea deal details that Whiskers admitted that he sexually abused a 13-year-old victim in 2021. He will remain in custody until his sentencing. Whiskers could face up to 15 years in prison as a sex offender. We are seeing more and more cases where they are locking people up until their trial. Thank God for that. Thank you, judges in New Mexico. And a conservative social media influencer, Douglas Mackey, convicted of election interference. Mackey is a social media influencer, and I'm known as Ricky Vaughn, was convicted of election interference in 2016 in the presidential race for posting a satirical meme up on Twitter. Mackey, who is being accused of trying to deprive individuals of their constitutional rights to vote over a meme. See, when I say if they can do this to Donald Trump, they can do it to us.
Yes.
This is a perfect example. If they can do it to him, they can do it to us. Mackey is accused of trying to deprive individuals from their constitutional right to vote. How? How? By posting up a meme? He could get up to 10 years in jail. And where is this case? Brooklyn. Federal jury in Brooklyn. He's been charged with conspiracy against rights. Over a meme? We're all in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We are seriously all in trouble. Yeah, he's accused under the name Ricky Vaughn, who had about 58,000 followers. He posted a satirical meme telling people they could vote for the candidate, apparently Hillary Clinton, via text message. That's it. That's it. I'm guilty of doing that also. Please don't come arrest me. Wow. A meme. 58,000 followers. 58,000 is not huge. It's not like he's Joe Rogan. Unbelievable. Saudi Arabia and a half dozen members of OPEC announced on Sunday they plan to cut up to a combined 1.15 million barrels a day from May until the end of the year, calling the decision precautionary measure to ensure market stability. You know, if we had a president with a half a mind, or a president with a little wherewithal, some cojones, we would simply say, we're going to ramp up our own drilling. But instead, Biden went to the kingdom and pretty much begged them to increase production 2 million barrels a day instead of ramping up here.
Right.
So everything that's going on is our fault. It's not our fault, but it's America's fault. We are inflicting this on ourselves because we have the capability. We have the means. We have the damn oil. Ramp up production. Cut out the restrictions. Let's get her done. Instead, he went to Venezuela. Instead, Biden went to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Text line open. We'll talk about McDonald's temporarily shutting its office. I'll tell you what's up with that.
You know, CNN doesn't get sued, B, because it's owned by the same party as the voting machines, says the texter. And don't be a pervert, Tom. Hey, leave Miss Bonner alone. That's Jethro. Look, I wasn't being a pervert when I asked her what she was wearing. Was I, B?
Yeah, I think you are. I didn't hear anybody else saying so. Was she wearing a bikini? Was she wearing a bikini? Can I see some pictures?
I like my women with some meat on them, too, though, by the way. And good morning, guys.
I didn't say meat on them like they're a piece of meat.
Well, what did you mean by it then? Said you liked her with a little chunk on them.
No, it's not what I said.
What did you say?
Thick.
Oh, well, what's the difference?
That's actually a word, Tom, to describe women that women have no problem with. Many women thrive to be thick.
Well, we'll ask them that. Ladies, what do y'all think? Another texter says, good morning, guys. Wishing you a wonderful week, and God bless all of you. And Tom, this texter is saying, beggars cannot be choosers. I mean,
I'm telling you, remember when Tom gave him the bus? He was like, half the stuff in there doesn't work. Yeah. Instead of going, the dude just gave me a bus that's valued at $60,000.
Right. I appreciate it.
Well, that's not the way you sounded.
Well, I mean, I'm a diva.
No, I don't know. No. I'm not giving you a pass. Well, No, I don't know. Because when somebody does something nice for me, I usually say, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Instead of saying, half the stuff don't work.
Big old
you know
liar.
what I would do?
What?
I would go, let me fix it myself.
No. Let's go back a little bit. Before you left to go to the Philippines this last time, I said, let me take you out to lunch. What'd you say to me?
Whatever.
There you go.
No. Stick to the topic, you damn Democrat.
Tom, beggars cannot be choosers. If you want a better TV, get off your butt and spend your own money on one. Yeah,
Amen.
Yeah, Jack ASS. That is all messed up, says the texter. Now, when I see my brother, I think I'm going to take that TV back. I'm going to go there for Easter. I think I'm going to take it back. And Tom A., you need to quit being a diva and get an ego, says the texter.
What are you talking about? He's already got an ego. For what, I don't know, but he's got it.
I have not. Anyway, there you go, buddy.
School superintendent candidate says the job offer was rescinded after he called two females ladies in an email. An incoming Massachusetts school board superintendent revealed that his job offer was rescinded prior to him starting. He'd already been hired because he sent an email out addressing two women on the school's committee as ladies. What's the problem with that? Vito Perrone was offered the position at East Hampton Schools and then notified they were rescinding the offer after calling two women ladies. And the reason is calling somebody a lady nowadays is a microaggression.
Something.
What? Something?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means like, really?
No, that's not what it means. Something. Anyway, $150,000 job. They rescinded I would sue the hell out of them. Because ladies, look it up. Look up the meaning of ladies. It's not a microaggression. They're two women, and ladies is another way of saying, hey, you two women. He didn't call you a broad. He didn't call you a derogatory name. He called you ladies. Sad state. All right, 1 year of retail cannabis. New Mexico regulators now look to compliance. They're looking to put everything into compliance. And we'll see where that goes. A man in his 80s has been charged with murder. Albuquerque police said they made the arrests yesterday. They claim that Mel Garcia, 83 years old, shot and killed his nephew. Witnesses reported that Garcia and his nephew, Stephen Garcia, were arguing at their home. That's when he took out a revolver and shot him. The guy is 83 years old. It was something they were arguing over a generator when he shot his nephew. And a man who shot at a officer in Sunland Park, New Mexico, is under arrest. State police, by the way, state police returned fire. He's been charged with a dozen counts. Tony Garcia, 33 years old, and officer-involved shooting, so they are investigating that. All right, we're going to talk about McDonald's is temporarily shutting down its offices.
Wow.
We'll tell you about that. And our military is in a dangerous decline. I'll tell you the reason why. And 25% of Americans feel that they're not qualified for their jobs. We'll talk about that coming up next. 826. Tom, text line is open.
All right, let's go to the phone lines right quick. Good morning. You are on B in the Breakfast Club.
Good morning, Chip. Well, Chip was on hold earlier for like 20 minutes.
Is he on there now?
Then he just called that, and I pressed the button, and he hangs up.
All right, well, let's go back to the text for a minute.
So we'll wait
Yeah.
for Chip to call back. There he is. There he is.
All right.
Chip, you're on being the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Chipper.
What's
going on?
Since you had brought up the cannabis thing, I have a question. Why is everyone in Lee County like, I started to realize this, why are a lot of the areas around Lovington thriving with cannabis stores coming in left and right, but Lovington has it so many restrictions that we've only allowed one to come in, that we're not capitalizing on this tax money that we could be getting for the city? Am I the only one who's
know if it's the city of Lovington because unless it's a zoning problem, but
there are two other stores that are scheduled to come in. I don't think the lack of stores in Lovington itself has anything to do with city or county. I think it has to do with the people that
it's the state
would want to open a store here.
I'm going to tell you something, because I talked to one of the owners from one of the owners, and no, it is a lot to do with Lovington, with their politics there. It is yes, it is. It is strict. They're basically, what they're doing is, my understanding is, they're saying no, we don't want it, without saying no, we don't want it. So they put these guidelines in order to make the availability of you to be able to get a building in order to open an establishment. They've made it so restricted that it's damn near impossible to do it.
No, sir.
Even larger people who wanted to come here, I was told, were thrown off because of the way they have everything set up here. Why is Lovington so against growing economically? They talk about so much of this shop local and all this, but there's nothing here. We have all the restaurants in Lovington are Mexican. We have 4 burger places. We have 1 grocery store, 1 ridiculous little clothing store, which went from Burke's to just Outlet within a month and a half or 2 months. Like,
wait.
Are we
It's
not
just
starting to
Outlet
see
now?
a
It's not even
problem?
Burke's?
Yes.
It's not even Burke's anymore.
It's just an outlet store. Matter of fact, well, I don't want to be derogatory, but when you walk in there, it gives you the impression of a store that's being closed.
Wow.
Exactly.
So is it like a Filas Palaeus or whatever it's called, that type of outlet store?
Yep.
Kinda, yeah. But it's just like, are we not starting to see a trending pattern here? Are we not starting to realize, like, really, our school system is failing? Our city politics are trash. Where did $2 million just miraculously go to that was audited to, that they were so badly done that they had no paperwork to show where any of this money went? We have the school allocating money to other programs when it's only supposed to be allocated to certain programs and stay within those programs. When I brought it up as a question, it was not answered. So I'm trying to figure out what in Lovington seems to be the problem here. What is going on? Is it that there's that many old people running this town that refuse to see that there's actually something wrong?
Well, I don't know. Lovington has been governed by one political party for the last 30 years and basically voted on by family name. Could that be a problem, Chip?
You know what? It's crazy. It's ridiculous, guys. It's something else. Wake up, Lovington. Wake up, people.
Chip, there's a city council meeting tonight at 5:30, buddy. You might want to attend.
That might be a great idea.
Yeah. Another text.
Oh, go ahead.
So the text on Chip is saying, shut up and go to work, says the text. And why are lines at the dispensary longer than the unemployment lines? Right. And Tracy from Eunice.
I don't think one has anything to do with the other, though. I'm just saying.
And why doesn't Chip just move to Hobbs if he hates Lovington so much? That's Tracy from Eunice this morning. You got him stirred up, buddy.
All right, on the way, we'll talk about McDonald's shutting down some of their offices, U.S. offices. We'll tell you why. We got layoffs coming at McDonald's. Wow. And are you underqualified for your job? We'll talk about that and more coming up this morning. 8:31, let's qualify some folks. News coming up next. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105.
Your cementing solution in Hobbs presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash
Local news
Blowout.
brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington, owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News. I'm Jim Miller. And evacuation orders issued for residents in the community of Echo Ridge as grass fire spreading south of Moriarty. Multiple fire agencies currently battling it. Torrance County officials asked residents in the area along Echo Ridge Road to evacuate. The Moriarty Civic Center at 202 South Broadway is being used as a holding area. Spokesperson for New Mexico State Police says the fire broke out along Echo Ridge Road in Moriarty. It's not known at this time if any homes or structures were threatened by that fire. Carlsbad man arrested and charged with murder after a fatal shooting last Wednesday night at a residential area of the city. 21-year-old Eric Garcia arrested after Carlsbad police responded to a report of a boy suffering a gunshot wound in the 800 block of Hueco Street. Carlsbad police say the victim, a minor, thus would not be identified by any law enforcement agency. Initial reports from police did not describe Garcia's relationship to the victim's age, or the events leading up to that shooting. A fire that prompted the closure of the Roswell Municipal Landfill Thursday of last week continued to rage Friday as electricity to the facility was partially restored. Friday afternoon, Todd Wildermuth, Public Information Officer for the city of Roswell, said Xcel Energy is still working to restore full power to the landfill after fire damaged some electric poles and power lines. He adds the landfill will remain closed to the public until at least sometime today. Authorities say the fire began Thursday afternoon when some trunk trees, branches, and mulch at that landfill caught fire. The good news, nobody was hurt and no structures were damaged, but Wildermuth says landfill employees were evacuated as a precaution. That's a look at what's happening. I'm Jim Miller, MTD Radio News.
Tired of typical car dealerships? Markups, addendums, complications, bad service? Discover for yourself why people take the drive to Sierra Blanca Motors in Reynoso to make their next vehicle purchase. No MSRP markups, no addendums, just respect for you and your valuable time. New or used truck, SUV, 4x4, or luxury vehicle, they've got the inventory and expertise to help you. Browse their inventory of Chevy, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram at SierraBlancaMotors.com. Sierra Blanca Motors. They make it simple with no addendums or markups.
Lee County Archers Association cordially invite you to their 37th annual invitational at the White Hills Archery Range, located at Highway 18 in Hobbs on April 15th and 16th. From 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. both days, there will be shootouts and fun for all. Raffles are to be held for a Canik TP9SA gun and a Matthews Phase 4 compound bow. Men, women, seniors, adults, youth, and even peewees are welcome to join at the 37th Annual Archery Invitational presented by the Lee County Archers Club. For more information, call Roman Acosta at 575-441-7331.
The global demand for oil and natural gas is growing, and leaders are looking to American producers to satisfy that demand with the abundant resources available in our country. If you're passionate about keeping energy affordable for your neighbor and reliable for everyone, then it's time you consider a career in oil and natural gas. Coterra Energy is expanding their and is offering an unmatched employee benefits package. If you're interested in applying, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer. There's a hiring blitz happening right now at Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. They need supervisors, pump operators, and entry-level CDL drivers. Spinnaker offers plenty of hours, an excellent salary, and one of the best benefit programs in the industry. To apply, text 63566 or visit greatoilfieldjobs.com. Your new career is waiting for you at Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Apply today. greatoilfieldjobs.com or text the word oilfield to 63566. Spinnaker is an equal opportunity and drug-free employer.
No one ever wants to get into a car accident, but they happen. So farmers came up with a way to lend a hand when they do. With Crash Assist, the Farmer's Signal app can detect that you've been in an accident and send help your way if you want it. It's one of the many Farmers Policy perks. Call Herschel Ruston Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Southeast New Mexico weather.
All right, good morning. The Southeast Plains of New Mexico is temperatures in Carlsbad, Artesia at 87 degrees and areas of blowing dust. Alamogordo on this Monday at 84 degrees to blowing dust as well. And Roswell blowing dust 87 degrees. Now Roswell temperatures drop to 71 degrees tomorrow. Still a bit of dust in the air. The same could be said for Carlsbad, Artesia with some blowing dust and 74 degrees. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105. Here is your Liar Pants on Fire update.
Basically the same dose, but a smaller dose.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
All right, people, let's move it. Drive in today with the best damn morning show on earth.
837 be on the Breakfast Club. Yellowstone spinoff starring Matthew McConaughey is set to move forward, whether or not that Kevin Costner remains on the original series. This show is still unbelievable popular, and Matthew McConaughey said, all right, I'll do it. So Yellowstone. I love Yellowstone. I've liked every one of the spinoffs. So Matthew McConaughey will probably make it. He'll probably do a pretty good job. He is from Texas, right?
He is.
He should be able to pull off the cowboy part, but they keep having these spin-offs in the middle of the Yellowstone. They only show you about half of the series, and then they'll have a spin-off, and then half a year later, the other half. And
you can blame that on the big guy.
Yeah.
Supposedly, he doesn't want to work that much. So until he gets it together, Kevin Costner, and I guess he has the star. How much is he making? Like $1 million an episode?
Is that what it is? Wow.
I'd be like, yeah, let's do 12. Hell, you want to do 24 episodes this year? Hell, I'll do 24. You want to do 36? Let's do 36. Hell, you want to do 48? I'll do 48 episodes. And you know what? Every one of those episodes would probably be, fairly good. But Costner, I guess, is to the point where he doesn't need the money. New stats revealed that 1 in 5 New York public school cafeterias is crawling with bugs, rodents, and other stuff. Isn't that just extra protein? No, it's not. And a 89-year-old Japanese surfer who has been practicing his hobby for under a decade was named the world's oldest person to surf by the Guinness World Book of Records. He's 89 years old. He's a surfer. And Thank God he's surfing and not driving. Just saying. By the way, if you follow me,
I'm trying to figure out how you'd surf with your blinker on. But anyway,
yeah. I saw this and I posted it up on my Facebook, and it's Kevin B. But it's not a page; it's just my personal page, and I've already got over 5,000. So if you're not a friend, sorry about that. I'd like to see about changing that to a page, but. There's actually a sticker that goes on the back of a car here in the Philippines that said, "Be patient, older driver." And the wife's like, "I'm going to get you one of those." Oh, hell no. No way. Oh, be patient, older driver. And they also have, true story, be patient, woman driver. True story. You try doing that in the U.S., be patient, woman driver, you're getting a lawsuit. 8:41, 19 minutes away from the hour of 9. Text line is open, Tom.
All right, so the texter is saying, then why are you asking, Chip? Just start off with your rant. Also, leave Chippy Boy if you don't like it. And Lovington people are standing in what they believe and not wanting more drugs in their community.
Well, the problem with that is it could be looked at as discrimination.
Mm-hmm. They can't deny them a permit, B. City council cannot deny them a permit.
I didn't think they could.
No.
Now, there are city ordinances that might make it a little bit more difficult, but if everybody is treated the same way, then...
Now, a lot of what these pot shops don't do, and maybe that's because they don't got the right information, they got to get and be state certified, number one. If they're not state
please
certified,
name one that's not certified.
Well, and they cannot get a license if they're not. That's the very first step in this whole process.
What the hell?
Yeah. So
they can't get a license unless they're certified.
Yes, by the state of New Mexico.
Exactly.
And they got to meet a lot of requirements to do that.
Do you know of any that didn't get certified?
I haven't heard of
any.
any.
Okay. Well, I don't know where you're going with that. Bed Bath and Beyond says it will file a bankruptcy. They'll file for bankruptcy? $300 million in stock that they can. I'm just going to be honest. My wife has done her part.
Mm-hmm.
So they're closing up shop. They're going to eventually be a online store only. Hey, Avon did pretty good back in the day. And by charging $21 a candle and you can't make it, what the hell? I mean, serious. Dutch Brothers Coffee is expanding, planning to open up new locations, Alabama, Kentucky, and in Texas. And in Arizona, thieves stole a 15-foot red spoon from Dairy Queen. What the hell are you going to do with that big of a spoon? Are you stealing just to steal? And McDonald's, go ahead.
Just to cover one of the questions that was asked earlier, as far as cannabis licensing fees and what it costs, if you've got the money to open a business, okay? If you've got the money to open a business, the state fee is $2,500 annual and $1,000 annual fee for permitting. So
that's not a whole bunch.
That's not a whole bunch of money. If you've got the money to open a business, $2,500, $3,500 should be nothing.
And by the way, anybody that's going to smoke marijuana is going to smoke marijuana.
Yeah, just so you know, since you have no experience at all, Tom, before it become legal, before it become medical, before it become anything, we were having no problem in getting it.
The pot?
No. Matter of fact, what legalization has done is made it extremely expensive.
That's what it has.
It has. Yeah. Looks like Fox Business reporting that the on the workforce worries are growing as more More businesses shutting down. McDonald's Corporation is temporarily closing its U.S. offices this week in preparation for corporate employees getting laid off. Undertaking by the fast food giant was part of a broader company restructuring. See, this is the problem that a lot of liberals don't get. When you go after the millionaires and the corporations, you know what they do? They just move their corporate office.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it's pretty easy. They just move their corporate office. See, a business can do that. A citizen can't do that. United States is one of only 2 countries that taxes follow you. So if you go to Saudi Arabia and make money, you're still paying taxes on that money, unless you have a provision from the government that allows you, they loan you to another country. Sometimes in oil and gas, they do that and you get a provision. But in America, if you go and make money, say I work in the Philippines, I still have to pay money because I'm a U.S. citizen. Even if I'm paying taxes in the Philippines, I still have to pay taxes to the U.S. government.
Sucks, dude.
We are only one of 2 countries in the world that actually does that. U.S. Armed Forces have one mission. Tom, what is the mission of our armed forces?
Keep our country protected.
Oh, well, yeah, to protect us from foreign enemies.
Yep.
And our troops are committed to that mission, but we don't have the numbers now. People entering the military, the numbers are actually down.
Wow.
And COVID hit, and we got rid of good people.
It's dumb.
You know how much it costs to train a pilot to fly?
In the Air Force or Navy?
Yeah, in the Air Force or, you know.
I'm going to say $5 million, B?
I know it's millions, and we got rid of good pilots. Yeah. So we got rid of good people, and sooner or later, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to get pulled into a war, or we're going to go to war with China.
You know, I've been since I started watching TV this weekend, a lot of ads, recruiting ads I've been seeing. I said, I didn't see that many.
Yeah. Part of the other problem is our military is woke.
That too.
That's the other problem.
You're right.
So we're in some deep doo-doo. Thank God that we have patriots in this country. The only reason we have never been attacked in America is because of our patriots. Yeah, our military is a bunch of badasses for the most part, but our patriots and the guns that we own in America, nobody wants to go to war with America on our soil. Nope. 848, Tom, text line, and we're talking about, are you qualified for your job? High amount of people saying they're unqualified, Tom.
Really? They don't like their job then?
No, they're saying they're admitting they're unqualified.
Hey, Buddy says on the text, if my attitude was so bad about the city I lived in, I would have packed up and moved already, says Buddy. And Chip was complaining about, And our military is not woke, B. It's broke, says the text.
I think it's both.
And another texter is asking, what's going on with this digital currency?
Cryptocurrency?
Yeah, the digital. They say the digital currency?
It's been in the toilet, but the U.S. government supposedly is coming up with its own digital currency. And Biden doesn't get it. The reason people were invested in cryptocurrency is to keep it away from the government.
Right. Can't even trust the government. Hey, by the way, as a Navy vet, it cost around $5 million total to initially train and continuously train fighter pilots that deploy on aircraft carriers.
There you go.
So I was right about $5 million. Man.
Tom was right for once.
AB, says Big John, they're going to bring back the draft.
I can't see him bringing back the draft. I can't see Biden doing anything.
I know. I try to keep in touch with my daughter up in Germany, but it's an 8-hour difference from here to there, so it's kind of trying to get a hold of her. But she can't tell me much, but she seems happy being over there. And I did tell her, I said, you know what's going on. I'm not going to mention nothing to you, but you got to be aware that you know that you got to go to war if that happens. She says, Dad, I'm ready. Okay. I'll be praying for you and the rest of our soldiers out there.
So we can only hope and pray.
Yep.
All right, on the way, we've got the good news of the day. We'll take a break, come back. But before we do that, 25% of Americans feel underqualified for the job that they do. 25% of people say they are unqualified. 25%.
Wow. 20. Wow, B.
25% underqualified for the job that they do.
Why do they feel that way?
Because they're over their head in their job. A lot of people will fake it till they make it. Tom, do you think you're overqualified or underqualified for the tasks that you have to do?
I am MAG qualified.
Well, then Russ shouldn't even have to be there. You ought to be able to run that board.
Well, yeah, I can run that board.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. We've only been waiting for you to do it for like 5 years.
Yeah, but this new stuff that I need to learn in case we have troubleshooting.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to thank Russ the other day, last Monday, when we had that little thing, and he stepped
that little
up.
thing. What's a little thing?
That little brownout you had in the Philippines. Anyway, he stepped up, did what he had to do. I stepped up, did what I had to do, and people couldn't even notice unless we told them. Will stepped up, did what he had to do.
Do you want a medal? You want the participation trophy?
Oh, you said if I could
you
do
want
it.
the participation trophy?
I would. And
What exactly did you do?
that would not happen if I had not been qualified.
I'm waiting for it. Go ahead. What exactly?
Well, Russ was working on the technical side of it. I took my phone and I took my tablet and started looking for stories and talked about stuff that I know.
All right. Let's go to the text line. Did anybody not notice?
They didn't.
The ad-libbing skills of Tom A. I already know it.
I remember I told you a month ago, I put my sports mentality to work.
Yes.
That's what I did that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you fumbled?
No.
Ball was intercepted?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, 8:53. We're coming back. Good news of the day coming up next. We are Beyond the Breakfast Club. We're going to check in, find out what's going on with news, come back with the good news, W105. Let's qualify some folks for the cash this week.
Vinegar Cementing Solution in Hobb presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm Terrence McHugh. Damage assessments continue after weekend tornado strikes in 11 states in the South and Midwest. Fox Weather's Max Gordon is in Wynne, Arkansas.
The National Weather Service's Memphis office preliminarily giving this an EF3 rating. It did significant damage to the town of about 8,000 people, tearing apart homes, businesses, and Wynn's High School.
Those storms killing at least 32. Who will be the next astronauts to orbit the moon?
NASA will let the public know the names of the crew assigned to the Artemis II mission today.
Artemis is the U.S.-led project to return humans to the lunar surface, spearheaded by the Trump administration. While the names have been a closely guarded secret, it is known the four-person crew will be made up of 3 U.S. astronauts and 1 Canadian. At least 1 crew member is expected to be a woman. Fox's Eben Brown. America is listening to Fox News.
When you have to file a home insurance claim, the last thing you want to worry about is your premium going up. That's why Farmers has claim forgiveness. If you've been claim-free with Farmers for 5 years, your premium won't go up just because of a claim. It's one of the many Farmers policy perks. Call Herschel Rustin Hayes at 575-396-0513 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
The double steak grilled cheese burrito is back at Taco Bell. And in case you didn't know, it's stacked. Yeah, packed inside it is a double serving of premium grilled marinated steak and a melty 3-cheese layer. Then on top of that, it has a layer of grilled bubbly cheese on the outside. Yeah, the outside. Why? Probably because it refuses to be caged in by the confines of its tortilla walls. Or maybe just to add more cheesy flavor.
Double steak grilled cheese burrito. Get one today, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. Double steak claim as compared to steak quesadilla. Contact store for hours and participation which vary.
Hi, Jan from Toyota speaking.
Jan, I heard it's a good time to buy a Toyota.
Sure is. From now until April 4th, you can shop all your favorites like Corolla, RAV4, Sequoia, and more. Imagine yourself in a new Tundra where...
You finally built that tree house you promised your daughter.
Sarah?
Hi, Dad. Mom said you were taking too long on the phone.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you wanted to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
There's a hiring blitz happening right now at Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. They need supervisors, pump operators, and entry-level CDL drivers. Spinnaker offers plenty of hours, an excellent salary, and one of the best benefit programs in the industry. To apply, text 63566 or visit greatoilfieldjobs.com. Your new career is waiting for you at Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Apply today. GreatOilfieldJobs.com or text the word oilfield to 63566. Spinnaker is an equal opportunity and drug-free employer.
Here is your Liar Liar Pants on Fire update.
Guess what? 500 million people have watched what I've done out of my basement.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
The most annoying man in the history of planet Earth is on the air.
Minute away from 9, KWMW Malchamora 105.1 FM. Biden just said 500 million people have watched. 500 million. How many Americans in America right now, Tom? It's the population.
He's still answering some phone calls, but I think it's 375 million, isn't it?
There, yep. You got, you're right on. Yep. Fish stories. We talked about the big tuna that was caught in Texas. Guy in Oklahoma hooked a fish, 67-pound big head corp.
That's a big old fish,
That's
brother.
big. That's a huge. And in Houston, a guy tried to rob a soul food truck. 2 things he hadn't counted on. Number 1, his gun jammed. Number 2, the owner of the food truck had a concealed carry and matched the gun for gun. By the way, the robber was 23. He was arrested. Yeah, when you go to rob people, one important thing to remember is, yeah, they might be carrying themselves. All right, Tom, wrap up the text. Good news coming up next.
Good morning, guys. Chip is right. Roswell is. You give me that one back, Russ?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm on your screen instead of mine. Go ahead.
All right. So I'll find it here in a second. I just lost it for a minute. And good morning, Tom. Should I say that you don't know me, but my mom said that you're my father from your first marriage? What? Whatever. That's a funny one, man.
Tom was the baby daddy.
Yeah, he says, good morning, Tom. I said.
I'm actually surprised that he has 2 kids.
Yeah, I said, you're my father from your first marriage. Really? That's a new one. I want a DNA test. That's what I'm saying.
Make him pay child support, please. All the crying he did about that $325 a month. Oh, my God.
Right. And Tom, man, you're so full of crap. Your eyes are brown. You're not even qualified. Take care of a cat. Says the texter. Wow. And Tom's an idiot, says another texter. And
damn.
You should get a participation trophy, says another texter.
That's what I said.
Why all the hate all of a sudden?
Oh, it's not all of a sudden. Where you been? You just woke up. 902. We got to do good news of the day. Being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life, commercial insurance. Give him a call today. You can find him right across the street from Bob's Thriftway on Avenue D. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
Well, last month, a 21-year-old pilot in Michigan named Taylor Hash had made an emergency landing after her single-engine plane lost its front wheel. She didn't even know until another pilot noticed it and told air traffic control. The pilot's name was Chris Yates. He ended up talking her down. He got her on the radio and told her his daughter happened to be named Taylor, too, and said, "You're going to do just fine, kiddo." She landed safely, and she wasn't hurt with the other pilot's help. And a 33-year-old Uber driver recently picked up a 71-year-old guy from a dialysis center in Delaware and ended up giving him a kidney. Very good Uber ride. And last but not least, in an 18-year-old in England was diagnosed with a high-functioning autism 2 years ago. A friend told him he'd never be a doctor like he wanted to be, but he was inspired to keep pushing it after watching the show The Good Doctor about a surgeon with autism. Now he's headed to medical school and in his last year. And there you go. There's your good news stories of the day.
Being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out. Avenue D in Lovington. 9:03, Tom. Wrap it up.
All right. So another texter says, Tom is the pappy, says the texter. And Papa Top says, Tom continues to raise the buffoon bar. Great job. And one more text says, oh, and guess what, Dad? We want back pay, says the texter. Okay.
I would get it. I would definitely go for it.
I'm kind of honored, to tell you the truth.
You didn't even know you had a kid.
Right. Put out three kids in my lifetime. Wow.
I feel like you were my kid. I mean, I've had to babysit you so much.
Oh, thanks, Dad. You bum.
No doubt. All right, we're going to take a break, get updated with news, come right back. 9:04 KWMW Maljamar 105.1 FM. News this morning being brought to you by Scrub Outfitters, located in the Broadmoor Mall. They've got all the scrubs you'll ever need. Largest collection of scrubs in 100 miles, Healing Hands, Medcountures, Peaches, and more. They've got shoes and compression socks, the equipment you'll need to enter the medical field. Check them out in the Broadmoor Mall, right next to Rig Outfitters. And Rig Outfitters has all the FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts, anything to do with the oil field they've got. Steel toe boots, safety gear, hard hats, and more. And they have furniture, appliances, and electronics in one store. Zero down financing. Talk to them about that. Rig Outfitters right next to Scrub Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Coming back with the extended version. Tom, who's on the show?
He is the mayor of the city of Artesia, John Henry. He'll be our guest coming up at 9:06.
All right, we'll talk to him. 9:05, taking a break. We're coming right back. Be in the Breakfast Club on W105.
MTD Radio News. I'm Jim Miller. And evacuation orders issued for residents in the community of Echo Ridge as grass fire spreading south of Moriarty. Multiple fire agencies currently battling it. Torrance County officials asked residents in the area along Echo Ridge Road to evacuate. The Moriarty Civic Center at 202 South Broadway is being used as a holding area. Spokesperson for New Mexico State Police says the fire broke out along Echo Ridge Road in Moriarty. It's not known at this time if any homes or structures were threatened by that fire. Carlsbad man arrested and charged with murder after a fatal shooting last Wednesday night in a residential area of the city. 21-year-old Eric Garcia arrested after Carlsbad police responded to a report of a boy suffering a gunshot wound in the 800 block of Hueco Street. Carlsbad police say the victim, a minor, thus would not be identified by any law enforcement agency. Initial reports from police did not describe Garcia's relationship to the victim's age, or the events leading up to that shooting. A fire that prompted the closure of the Roswell Municipal Landfill Thursday of last week continued to rage Friday as electricity to the facility was partially restored. Friday afternoon, Todd Wildermuth, Public Information Officer for the city of Roswell, said Xcel Energy is still working to restore full power to the landfill after fire damaged some electric poles and power lines. He adds the landfill will remain closed to the public until at least sometime today. Authorities say the fire began Thursday afternoon when some trunk trees, branches, and mulch at that landfill caught fire. The good news, nobody was hurt and no structures were damaged, but Wildermuth says landfill employees were evacuated as a precaution. That's a look at what's happening. I'm Jim Miller, MTD Radio News.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Long with Farmers Insurance. The American dream of owning my own business was a constant thought growing up. I opened my insurance office at age 19, and 40 years later, I'm still here providing insurance policies for auto, home, life, commercial, boats, RVs, and ATVs. I'm Rebecca Long, and I want to be your agent. Call me today at 575-393-2661 or drop by 226 West Vega in Hobbs.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
We see them every day. People driving using their phones. There's a sneaker peeker or the fast scroller who can quickly become the fender bender-er, the got a ticketer, or the driver who killed someone. Pay attention or pay the price. You drive, you text, you pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs. You used to associate crickets with silence. But since you bought a house in the suburbs, you know crickets hate silence. If any other creature realized rubbing its legs together made a piercing, high-pitched noise, they might think, maybe I won't do that. Constantly. All night long. Luckily, you can save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto. Now that's something to make noise about. Just not constantly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
We see them every day. People driving, using their phones. There's the sneaker peeker or the fast scroller who can quickly become the fender benderer, the got a ticketer, or the driver who killed someone. Pay attention or pay the price. You drive, you text, you pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
All right, good morning. The Southeast Plains of New Mexico is temperatures in Carlsbad, Artesia at 87 degrees and areas of blowing dust. Alamogordo on this Monday at 84 degrees with blowing dust.